What's going on there? Breath of many sperm shakes. Everything good?
Is this how we're starting now? This is, oh my God. And I love it. There's going to be, I can just see it, the compilation in like 40 episodes.
Forget about it. Breath of many sperm shakes. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. That's what I've been looking for.
Breath, so get used to it. You know what I'm saying?
Why am I going to be sperm breath?
Not you. I'm just saying half the people you speak to on a daily basis are sperm breaths.
Oh, yeah.
Some people think they got bad breath. No, it's rotten sperm breath. That shit grows in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, Tarzan? How was Denver?
Dude. Like, I've heard about it for so long.
Oh, dude. What happened?
What am I supposed to say? It was just the whole thing. Like, from top to bottom, one of the best weekends. One of the best. Like, I've heard about it. I got to do it. I got to do a guest set like 2 months in. I don't know if you remember this. The last time you were there, you gave me a guest set on an early show Saturday, and it was amazing then. But to do a full, and it was a little bit because Josh unfortunately got sick. So on Thursday night, I did a guest set on.
You gotta stop eating that broccoli and shit.
I know.
Big fucking steaks.
I think it's a celery. He eats too much celery every weekend. The only thing he has in the green room is celery. Not even anything. But he doesn't dip ranch. No ranch. He doesn't dip it in ranch. But he doesn't dip it in anything.
We have to sit him down and have a little talk with him.
I know. I tell him that, but he
loves everything about the Denver trip. You know?
Oh, dude, it was great.
I always have loved it. The problem with Denver is that fucking airport.
Oh my God.
Nobody will give you roller skates. Nobody will give you a ride. It's 82 miles in the morning to walk it.
Yeah. Oh, and they had a secret passage to cause the train was full when I got in. But then the thing that you don't think about with that airport is it's 40 minutes from where you're going. It's not right next to Denver. It's you're getting in an Uber and you're gonna sit there for a minute. But it was
the old airport Stapleton was fucking perfect.
Oh really?
I rebuild this fucking monstrosity. It takes you 10 years to get to Denver. Let me tell you something. I'm the type of guy when I land, I want to be right there. An hour drive, that'll. If I'm looking for clubs, and you put me on the road, that's the first thing I notice. If it's an hour drive from the hotel to the airport and back, you won't be seeing me that much. Fuck you.
I don't blame you. It's a lot.
I'll never forget this. Like going on the road early on, and then I would go with Rogan's, so everything was taken care of. Then you become a headline. And it's so weird how you have to start making notes about these clubs.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like don't go there, crazy people. Hotel smells like a cat. So when they call you and say, "Hey, we want to give you another weekend," because sometimes you forget it until you get there and you open up your hotel room and God damn it. I forgot about this fucking hotel. That's it. And now you got to work the weekend. So after about a year, I would put all the clubs and make notes. Like, the guy chased me in the green room. He wanted to tell me about a script he wrote about Martians.
Oh, geez.
Any of that shit, like all that went into my planning for my return. Like I had to stop going. Like I was going to Columbus a lot, me and Brian, when they had that thing. There was a deal and we would get bars. But there was this one dude that kept bothering me. And then I went to the Funny Bone, and who's there at the Funny Bone? He is with puppy dog eyes, with on a Saturday night with a suitcase filled with edibles. Not one of them could do anything to you. It was just jello. No. I remember being in the hotel room eating like 5 of them, and nothing happened. I just left them there for the fucking maid. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she sent them to her cousins. But it was shit. All that shit I write into the factor.
It's crazy that I'm still at a point now where I remember all the clubs, and I'm also kind of like a whore for comedy. So I would there's not a club I wouldn't go back to.
No, but there's club you'll see. Listen, I'm a whore for comedy, and I loved a lot of shit. And once I started moving up, I knew I wasn't going back to those clubs I had played. I can name 10 of them right now, but I won't.
Right.
I knew this is not a club. This is a jungle fucking experience. Yeah, and you're like, I'm not doing that no more at some level. And people get mad. Those club owners get really mad. And they don't understand. Listen, you don't even have a fucking green room. Right. How can I do a show when I got 20? Or you're going to put me in the back next to a computer and a picture of your ugly family? I got to sit there. No TV. a couch, you know.
I
The
just
cook,
did that. Like that exact situation with
yeah,
and you're in the office.
the cook looks like fucking he escaped prison and they just gave him a job on the spot. He comes up with his arms rolled, fucking it's a nightmare.
Right.
And you just go one day like, what am I doing to my life? This isn't
Right.
healthy. What am I doing? Comedy? Fuck it. I'm not doing this.
And
You
then
know,
I think I don't see it as much with like the bad ones or the not as good ones until you go to a place like the Comedy Works that does it perfect.
perfect. And then you go, okay, I
Yeah.
ain't going to that place no more. And I ain't
Oh,
going, I started not even after like 4 years, I was no more connecting flights. Like I
okay.
was avoiding them. Like, listen, it's not worth it. And the people are nice on the other end. I know they don't get out much to civilization, but you know what? You're gonna have to drive to Chicago because you can't, because those are the ones that fuck you the most on
Yeah.
a Sunday morning. I'm only one fuck me, but today, no, 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 no,
Is that your favorite word now?
no, yeah, yeah, no. I don't know nothing.
I don't know nothing. Oh, I don't blame you, but dude, just to finish, like that Denver was everything was amazing about it. People have heard about the condo, which is great, but the local, like the guys who were opening up the show and headlining the
Great,
shows,
great.
were like so funny that like it's scary. Like the early show Friday, it was like I didn't have a bad set, but it wasn't the way I wanted it to be. And then the rest of the weekend was like honestly two of the best shows I've ever had in my life. Like it's I wouldn't leave Denver if I was there. I can see why people don't leave Denver if they're there.
Everybody talks about this comedy scene and that comedy scene and this comedy scene. There's nothing like the Comedy Works in Denver. And it's the full fucking package club. You'll improve there. She'll give you spots. She's got 2 clubs.
Yeah.
They have an improv. They've got 1,000 little one-nighters.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You just have to fucking peak. And Denver was always known, trust me, for comics who wrote. Steve McGrew, Roger Rittenhouse, Todd Jordan. I was just thinking about the other guy, Matt. There was 2 Matts out of LA. One of them helped me with stand-up, and the other guy worked with Roseanne's. He created a bunch of shows after that. I auditioned for him years later, and I'm like, that's you? They had a lot of great fundamental writing.
Mm-hmm.
When Larry the Cable Guy wanted to buy material, where'd he go? Denver. He bought everybody's material. Because, yes.
I get it, dude. The hosts were killing it. I was in the green room, and usually the host is good, but like I host all the time, but these hosts were just destroying it from the beginning. And the thing that like stood out to me about all of the guys and the ladies who I worked with were like they were the most level-headed comedians that I've like. They were all very professional, and no drama, but like they took comedy seriously, like they knew where they were. And we were talking about like the one-nighters. I talked to this dude whose name is Sam Adams, and we bonded because I'm from Boston, and we talked for like hours on Friday night about he was working at the newspaper for 20 years, and now this Comedy Works, like they book shows around the country apparently, and they book corporates and he was just talking about writing his stuff for that and how different ones work, and it's a full-time business for him. And it was just so everyone was great. There wasn't one bad comic on it, not one bad audience. The manager, I've never done this. The manager and I went and watched the UFC on Saturday. It was just cool from top to bottom.
Everybody's comedy journey is different. You fall on your face, you take your party somewhere else, blah, 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 blah. For some people, New York and LA work. I can't imagine being an open mic in LA, but it works for some people. For others, you just keep going to the club paying $5 a night. New York is a great comedy scene. I got to be honest with you. I started in Denver my first 2.5 years. Then I came here for about a year, 10 months, whatever the fuck it was. And I ran back to Denver. There were some personal reasons involved, but I knew one thing in the back of my mind. I knew that I would be doing way better listen to what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. I would do way quality better comedy in Denver than just sitting around with comics in New York at Hamburger Harry's on a Tuesday and doing $5, 5 minutes, bring 3 people, and everybody in the audience is a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
They just stare at you. There's no, that's a future for a little while.
Yeah.
And you go, you know what? What the fuck am I doing with my life? What are these guys doing that I'm not doing? Okay, I'm jumping on board. I'm going to start writing. I'm going to start going to different places, but I can't keep living in an open mic. You make your own decision. For me, Denver worked better for the 3 to 5 year development, 6-year development than New York would have. There was too many comics in New York, too many comics that I resembled and worked like. The accent. Out here, you're one in a million. In Denver, there was one.
There's definitely that, but I also think what you said, like even more than just like you being unique, there is you having access to real audiences in Colorado.
Listen, I had open mic / bars. I never did I did a coffee shop, but it was my friend's coffee shop, and it was poetry, and I would go down there and drop knowledge. Then they would all get mad at me and tell me to leave. But besides that, it was, Mondays was the Australian bar, and they always had 10 to 15 people, depending on Monday Night Football. Tuesday was the Comedy Works. I don't have to tell you what that was. Wednesday was Club 52. That was $50, a steak and some comedy. You had the fat fucking opera singer. That was another $50 on Wednesday night. Thursday, you had El Torito. They paid you. They gave you a coupon for $50 worth of food the next time you came, and they gave you a meal that night.
Perfect.
And that's what you do. Friday and Saturday, you're delivering fucking Domino's, trying to get even for hanging out all week.
Well, when you're an open micer, yeah, but even at my level now, where it's like I'm not only doing open mics anymore. Like I would do very well in Colorado. They were talking about going all these small towns, and they do brewery shows. And then the Comedy Works has this thing, and there's other clubs in the Colorado area.
Has grown, and it's not with Cowboys.
Montana
has grown, and it's not with Cowboys or the fucking Duttons.
Mm-hmm.
All those little cities they're growing now. They have real audiences. Idaho is a real fucking, Boise is real now.
Oh, dude.
All Coeur d'Alene is real in Idaho. So these little cities are great around Denver to develop. And you and I had 20 conversations about county development, where we were going to go next, where you wanted to go next.
Mm-hmm.
It was New York, whether it was Austin. We never discussed Denver. We never discussed Denver. And it is, if you're looking for, a great lifestyle, listen, when I started there, comics had it made. You know why? Because the number one radio station was run by a comic.
Oh, okay.
He was putting comics on once a week. And as I was starting, he was starting to use me at used car things and special appearances. And then I left. I moved to Seattle. But it was you go through that system with them. Next thing you know, you're doing 1,000 little things.
Right. This is nothing against any of the people I worked with or anyone who chooses this route. But if you want to be a touring comedian, do you think it would be easy to get not stuck, but stay in Colorado because it's so great?
Well, it's to see what works for you. Listen, I know if I lived in Colorado, here it is plain and fully. I'm only taking the action on the road when that airport ain't fucking full. Listen, it's not worth the aggravation. You see what it is? It's 2 40-minute rides.
Mm-hmm.
In and out. Right there. Right there, you're talking about one something, and that slows you down a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And the snow and shit. But here's the deal. You want to travel. The bulk of people is from now till February. Then it slows down a little bit. Then taxes and blah, blah, blah. But if you were in Denver, you could do the East Coast and shit, regular times, the West Coast, and during the snow months, between Aspen, Wyoming, Montana, and Colorado alone, you can make a living and not get on a fucking plane. You could drive with two buddies, whatever the fuck you want to do. It's dangerous. There's deer, there's ice, there's this, there's that. But it's better than being stuck at a fucking airport, and especially in Denver. When I was going to move during the pandemic, we looked at Telluride.
I didn't know that.
Fuck yeah, that was the first place we looked. And here was the problem with Telluride. That they had a fucking functioning airport. Whatever airport's down there, I'm not saying, whatever was Grand Junction, maybe, one of those airports was for me. They didn't fucking, in the wintertime, they had action all year like it was a regular airport. But in the wintertime, dog, you had one flight out and one flight in.
Oh, no.
I didn't land until like 4 in the afternoon. And, so I was like...
that was smart that you looked at the flights. I wouldn't even have thought about that.
That's my business. You have to look at the airports. Got to look at the airports. See, I'm getting myself into. You think I'm going to buy a house an hour from the fucking airport? Go fuck yourself. It's the same place. I got to buy close to the airport. This is my business.
Right.
I don't want to be in a car half my fucking life. I do not, it's just personal choices that you go. And you said it best before with like Denver. Denver does it so right. There's so many places that do it so right that when you go to a place, you're like, what the fuck? Where'd they come up with this shit from? Wendy has been doing it right since I got on stage in her club the first time. And I will tell you that with all the sincerity in the world. She had a system in 91 that she was bringing in a headliner Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then flying another one in Friday, Saturday, Sunday. She was rude. She had the game down 30 years ago, and I'm here to fucking tell you.
You can see it.
She was the only fucking comedy club owner that ever paid a headliner to do a writer's class with her features and open micers because she knew the future would come from within.
Yeah, and they still do it. They have like a whole system at the new talent night where like when you start, you get 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Yeah.
Hello. What the fuck are we talking about here?
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. I had a great time.
So a lot in the news this weekend. Fucking craziness. My best wishes, the show's best wishes to Tony. I mean, I could see him. He's a comedian. And they put him in the wrong stage. You forget that New York is not the same New York as before. And it's very politically correct. And, let's see what happens. I don't know. I don't know anything politically. I just heard this a little bit last night and a little bit this morning. I don't know what's going on. It's too much. I haven't looked or anything. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look, Lee.
No, what would happen if you looked? Like, what would he upset you?
Man, he's worked so hard for so many fucking things. And I'd rather he had kicked the fucking reporter in the neck or run over somebody, whatever, to work, and listen, I know where his heart is, but that's where a lot of people don't.
Right.
So right now they're labeling you a racist. Once they label you a racist, Jesus fucking Christ, And today's racist is worse than 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we all had the neighbors, the racist neighbor, and we accepted him. Yeah.
I don't think I had that.
Yeah, I had that. He was racist towards me. That's why I'll never forget that motherfucker. He would always tell me shit. Go home and play the conga drums. And, he would always say shit to me.
And would you yell at him or fuck with him?
I would just giggle, and then one day I snapped, and we became best friends after that. Told him to suck my dick like in the 8th grade or something. He was giving me shit about dribbling the basketball, that Cubans don't play basketball, and I just unleashed on him. And we became friends after that. I used to sit in his porch and say racist things along with him. I'm not gonna lie, because he was very funny, you know.
That's not where I thought this story was gonna go. I thought there was
No,
gonna be a fist fight.
You want me to lie to you? He said some racist shit that was off the chart, including Spanish stuff. That's why I laughed.
Right.
The reason I liked the guy, and I even went off on him, was because he would just always come up with it. If he had one joke a day for me, 3 a week, I would appreciate him more. But I got to a point where he always had a creepy joke, so I had to light him on fire, you know. And he used to say it with a smile on his face, like everybody else in that neighborhood said it. So I knew what a racist was, but he was more of a racist. Like, he hated everybody.
Right.
He hated Italian people. He was Italian, you know. So
it sounds like you're just an asshole.
With him, and he would just go off, and I'd go, I never looked at it that way. He opened up my eyes to a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? It was like taking a summer course on race.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you ever like use any of his like lines as inspiration for any of yours?
Oh, I have a ton of lines he used to say. None of them are any good. Nobody ever quoted that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You'll never see a quote from Mr. Altino that put you on the right path. It was always, listen, and I remember because I was the Cuban, me, Valentine, and then you had a German next to him. Like, she was German and the husband was Italian. He fucking hated that. Who would marry a fucking Hitler and this and that? And then he didn't like Puerto Rican Nelson. He used to call him, he used to call me something. And then a Cuban kid moved in, Raul, and we robbed the stereo, and then he couldn't come to my house. When he moved in, that fucking guy really started going off. Then Raul left. Everybody started leaving. I was the last spick on the block. And he would always say shit to me, like, "Are you going to cut some chickens today?" You know, he would always say anything to me. He would say horrible things sometimes, like not about my family, but just he would mix the Cubans and other racially hated groups together. And, yeah.
Who did he like? If he was Italian and he hated Italians, did he like anybody?
Italians. He hated young Italians. He liked one Italian kid on his block that was my age.
He liked one person.
In fact, I got to call that kid soon.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. Why did he like him?
I don't know. Because he had acne? I don't fucking know. All I know is that I took I should have put that. I'm just angry. I should have put 3 credits for a racism course. I took in 76, 3 months on how to be a racist. Not that I became a racist. It's like taking a course on fucking auto mechanics. I took one of those too. I'm not a mechanic.
I would love to see your resume. You should write a resume.
For what?
Just for you. Just like your life experience. Like, took a racism course. Like all the shit you did. Like, yeah, we could put a lot of shit. Took 3,000 milligrams. Shit in a cheese box. I don't know. Like all this shit.
Robbed the bar mitzvah. I got robbed the bar mitzvah. Fucking yeah, no, that's a great tombstone. That guy better bring the hammer and the chisel. He's gonna be there for a few weeks, chiseling all my fucking credits, because I don't want none of that bullshit. Devoted father, husband. Get the fuck out of here. That's the same lingo jingo you put up for every one of these douchebags. Meanwhile, the guy's got a fucking chick from Thailand in the basement living in a duct somewhere. He's devoted. He loves everybody. Give me a fucking break.
Oh my god! What fuck! I was just gonna ask you something.
What How many milligrams? Slipping again.
No, I didn't. I took 100. I'm just trying to remember what we were talking about.
1,000.
No, Jesus Christ, 150. I'm trying to up it a little bit.
150. Where'd you get the 50 from? You mixed them?
No, I didn't. Yeah.
No.
I don't know where they went, but they're somewhere.
I'm watching you, cocksucker.
Oh my god, it's good to see you, dude. Oh shit. I was talking to somebody about this. Do you remember the last time you were gonna send me to Colorado? Do you remember that story?
No.
You and Connor Hune sent me a picture of a girl with her asshole tattooed.
Oh, that's right, her asshole tattooed.
And you were gonna send me like there to like record a podcast or like an interview with her.
And then
And
she
like,
wants to in your face. Kind of
but,
heat it all up for you.
but you had him messaging me, and it's like I knew it wasn't gonna happen. I knew it, but
you knew it was going to happen. You were scared. You kept getting out of it.
I didn't get out of it. I packed a bag. You
Yeah.
had me pack a bag for this trip. I had fucking like recording equipment in there. I had a full fucking thing because I was like 90% sure I wasn't going to Colorado. But then there's also a small chance I'm going to Colorado to interview this woman who has her asshole tattooed. And like finally, like an hour before, like at my flight, you call me and you were like, "Yeah, she canceled." Like you blame. I think you said it was my fault. Like I guess scared her away.
I forgot all about that. She was like, "I'm embarrassed. My husband says it would be weird. Nobody wants to see my asshole with a rabbit coming out of it." Fuck, they do.
It was nice. I just don't think we like. I couldn't believe that, like, because you would do that. You would send me there.
I would go there myself. I just couldn't. I was married at the time. She wanted to do like a little sex video with you.
She did not want to do a sex video.
Yeah,
with
you want to sit on your face. That's why you were humming and stuttering.
Well, yeah, especially back then. If you just showed me a random girl with her asshole tattooed, dude, I'm a nerdy shit, like weird guy now. Back then, I was a mess.
What about the chick that was going to come in? She kept torturing you. She told you to buy pineapple.
Oh yeah,
and asparagus. You went home and ate asparagus.
Yeah, I didn't eat asparagus. I ate pineapple, but asparagus would make it taste even worse.
Then she called you the morning of and told you she had to get brain surgery.
No, like someone else had to get surgery.
No, it was her.
It wasn't her. It wasn't her. It was even worse.
You never said nothing about a fucking tumor. Now you're gonna drop the bad news on me on a Friday when I got a tumor between my legs, ready to blow up. You know what I'm saying? These people got no fucking respect. And she made you eat pineapple.
Well, I mean, that's not the worst thing to have happen to anybody, like eating pineapple. But yeah, I did eat pineapple. And trust me, I don't normally buy pineapple.
I do. It's fucking delicious with coconut water and protein powder.
Well, it'd be good. I should eat more pineapple.
What happened?
I should eat more pineapple. Oh, that was about because she the thing was that she was in an open relationship, and she was gonna come out to LA, and we were gonna hang out, and
you know what open relationship means?
Yes.
Somebody's gonna get VD.
Is that what it stands for?
That's
you?
It. Everybody has an open relationship until you start scratching and things feel funny. And you see something pop from your knee to the ball sack. You know, everybody has an open relationship. Till somebody goes to a club and picks up some worm. And
no.
You start scratching. That's why as soon as you agree to an open relationship, just put a gun to your head and go to the health department and file, because you don't be there with weeks.
I could never be in an open relationship. But this, because people ask me sometimes. There was like one person ever because I had a girlfriend the whole podcast. So like and when I didn't, I was 300 pounds. So like nothing ever happened. So but this one time, this girl and I would talk for like a couple weeks, or I forget, like a while, and she would send me crazy shit, and it was awesome.
And what happened?
But then the day of, it was her boyfriend's partner had brain surgery, and she would still come, but we wouldn't be like doing anything. It would just be as like a friend. And I was like, well, like we don't need to.
If you're not gonna cook, why are you here? You know what I'm saying?
I was telling someone else about that you every fucking week I'd go to her house and you'd be like, what's her mom doing there?
Yeah, what's her mom doing there, sitting there making believe like she's needed? You ain't cooking.
Why are you here?
You know what I'm saying? Go sell some chicles somewhere.
You
were like a year away from moving the mother.
I was not.
The cousin, the sister. I saved your life, cocksucker.
Oh my! You didn't do that.
Right now, 3 Mexican kids. She would have been tipping the scales at a mere 280, 290. Loans coming out of your ears. You would have been trying to learn how to speak Spanish, fucking it up. You would have been on that app right now, speaking Spanish. By now, you would have been in Mexico.
No, we wouldn't have been in Mexico. You realize we haven't started this?
The podcast?
Yeah.
All right, let's start it. Are you fucking nuts or what? Listen, I'm really excited because, Lee, if everything goes well, we should be the fuck out of here in 2 weeks.
Love it.
We should
Can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait to slam this Zoom. I'm gonna beat them up. I don't want to see a Zoom ever again. Next time I'm gonna see a Zoom is when I go to prison and plead guilty.
For what?
I have no idea.
Has anyone ever made out someone else's like brain crack? The way you're talking about this podcast.
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean? What do I mean? You keep like I don't. It's a lot to jump back into.
What is?
Just the amount of fucking whatever we're gonna do.
It's just one podcast a week.
No, not amount of podcast. I'm so excited for the podcast. I'm trying to be on making a joke about how like the edibles and stuff.
Oh yeah, we got to go back into training because you have been a complete. You've been lost since.
I haven't been lost. I just don't do 8,000 milligrams anymore. That's a lot.
No, you don't. Everything is a number. You can't because you're gonna drive.
Yeah, that's a big one, don't you think?
2 years, you haven't fucking done more than the gram of mushrooms.
No, I've done way more than that. I have witnesses.
Josh Wolf tells me
2 to 2.5 every time.
Well, we got to break that rusty cage. Like
why?
Garden
I like that cage. That cage is safe. Nothing ever bad happens in the cage.
You don't want to be safe no more. We're going into.
I kind of do want to be kind of safe.
As human beings, we're about to go into deep waters. You don't want to be safe. Why play it safe now? You had all that time to play it safe. We could be dead in a week. You know what I'm saying? And they could send a missile and it hits the wrong spot. And with our luck, they'll hit Harlem and New Jersey, Marlboro. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very specific missile.
Now is not the time to go on diets. If you ever want to eat that apricot, pour it all over your body, go for it.
Jesus, you're talking like the world's ending. And like
I didn't say that. Did I say? I'm just saying that right now, this week. This week is the week. If you want to do something, do it. That's all I'm saying.
It's not the week to count your Weight Watcher points.
If you're sober 16 years and you want to do an 8-ball, here's your chance. This is the week to do it. You don't know when it's going to get better.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It is getting fucking crazy out there.
Getting crazy out there. Doesn't mean I'm going to go to Carvel and buy half the store tonight.
No.
But, I'm just saying, if you had, it's so weirdly that in 2 weeks, it'll be my mother's 45th anniversary of being dead. And I'll also be off cocaine for 17 years. This all happened in November. And it's just so weird how every time I get close to the coke date, today I was journaling this morning, and I was just thinking about November, I mean, fucking Thursday's tricky. You got kids knocking on your door, And I love it. I love all that shit. I'm just saying that I wrote November, and also I go, fuck. First of all, where the fuck did it go? We were just in August. I was just in Delaware 2 fucking weeks ago. And it's goddamn November. Okay. And I was like, holy shit, my mother's going to, I counted the years, 45 fucking years. And I still haven't found the missing key. And then I go, holy shit, I'm going to be sober from cocaine for 17 fucking years, which was what was taking me down completely. And it's just, I don't want to talk about it. It's unbelievable. This is like something that if 18 years ago you would have told me this, I would have said, bro, it'll never last. I'll be sober for a year and I'll fuck up. Here we are. 17 big ones.
Still so cool.
Mushrooms. But the thing that took me down, the thing that made me kidnap somebody, the stuff that made me used to go crazy and shit, all the crazy stories people hear, that's when cocaine was around. When cocaine disappeared, you gotta work real hard to find something stupid.
Right. I didn't know, and I could have if you told me this before. I apologize, but I didn't know that your sober day and your mom's day she passed away is the same week.
No, my mom's like the 8th, and my sober date's the 15th. Maybe it's probably around the 7th to 6th.
But that's still close. That's like, did her birthday play a role? And I know it was mainly like the cat. I know that story, but did her having that anniversary play into it?
No, it was just time.
Okay.
It's also Rick Ramos' birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Rick.
And Marilyn Martinez has been dead 17 years. And that's fucking wow. That's just, You know, that blows my fucking mind. It's a quick fucking year, man. And I saw today was something really scary, Lee. I went to a couple places that I usually go, and they were all dead.
Really? Like stores?
Or I go to, which has happened at lunchtime. Happened. I just happened to be coming back, and I go, let me pick up an 8 for the podcast tonight, something different. And I went in there today. There was 2 people. That's it. And I went somewhere else, and I was like, holy shit, where is everybody? It's quiet. People ain't spending a buck. People are thinking real hard. And yeah, I think it's going to be a quiet week for a lot of things this week. I don't see a lot of people losing their mind. You know, you got the Yankees last night. I don't know how, when we were taping, they were just coming on. If the Yankees fucking lose, Lee, it's not going to be good.
In what way? For who?
This is listen, I left here in 1983, 85 to be official. And these teams were all rocking and rolling. The Mets won in 86, the World Series. I don't know if the Knicks won it, but the Giants came back in 87 and won it. And that's a long time ago. And maybe they beat New England one year, right? 91 or something like that. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
To have 2 teams that are 2-15, and now your baseball team with the best hitter in fucking baseball, something is not right. They just traded DiVincenzo and the other guy. There's some other fucking team. They went all out last year with this team. I just don't understand what's going on in a sports scene that I grew up that was always up there, or at least fighting for something every fucking year. It's really weird to see this. I'm sure the Yankees are going to pull it out. I hope they fucking pull it out for this reason. And listen, you're playing the Dodgers, who the payroll is huge.
Mm-hmm.
They're the Yankees from 2000.
Well, yeah.
Their star could be hurt, and you still going to be fucking sweating bullets. You don't know what's coming your fucking way. You don't know what's coming your way with those. It could be Freddie Free. It could be the fucking Japanese kid. It could be Mookie Betts. It could be Muncy. The little Puerto Rican kid with the glasses. I mean, they're just amazing to see these 2. Listen, I knew it was going to be a good series. I mean,
Right.
Both teams haven't been blowouts. They've been playing right, but it really makes you think. Listen, I got nothing against Aaron Rodgers, a sweetheart of a fucking man. But they're 2-5. And the Giants ain't no better. I think they played Pittsburgh last night. And I'm not a big sports guy. I'm not talking to you from but I'm just talking to you about a fucking fact here. You go to these stadiums, they want all the dough. I do know that the tickets for the Yankees went down today.
Oh, yeah, they think they're going to lose.
Yeah, so the tickets went way down. Like the girl that I talk to all the time, her and her husband paid $1,100, and now they could have moved down to A section for that money.
Wow.
The standing is still $700 fucking dollars. $700 to stand. And you're going to say to me, well, Joey, it's history. No, history is you getting your balls licked behind the fucking Carvel. That's history. And a tongue in the ass when it's cold out and you're eating the chocolate sundae. That's history. That's never going to happen again. You know what I'm saying? But this shit.
But there's more likelihood of me going to a game and they win the game than me getting my asshole licked behind. Like, that's never going to happen.
Hey, you got to be like the 69 Mets. You got to believe. If you leave the house every night, wash your ass, and take one of those Manscaped white bets and go, tonight's the night somebody's going to take this nutsack around the world. You know what I'm saying? Like they're doing around the world from the 70s to you, where they lick your muffler, lick your balls, massage it, fucking shave it, play the flute in there. That's an old, an around the world. That was the shit when I was growing up. Not that I was ever involved in around the world. I was always scared of those hookers in the city. But they were around the world, you dog.
I haven't even seen any of hookers yet. Like, are they on the street now?
Yeah, you got to go to Queens, and you got to go up there. I'm
not looking, but
there's an area that's just run by hookers in this Queens, somewhere, Brooklyn. They just scare they tell everybody on the block, go fuck yourselves. We're selling pussy here. They're animals.
I haven't seen that. I did go to Queens yesterday, and I haven't really seen like too many homeless people in Manhattan. And then in Queens yesterday, I was like,
You're up upper. You're not lurking down by Times Square.
oh, okay, is that where they hang out?
There with a Rolex watch counting money on the street because you won't last a minute. Just keep walking. That's where all the action is. And you know how for 20 years everybody kept saying New York sucks. Fucking Times Square is Disneyland. No more. You want it? You got it, cocksucker.
Oh, you don't like you don't like Times Square?
Huh?
You don't like it's scary to you in Times Square?
No. When we were kids, Times Square was the shit. You could buy acid, you could buy a bomb, you get your dick sucked, you go see a XXX movie. Nobody cared. You could buy an ID. Everybody for 20 years, everybody kept saying, fucking full Times Square, it's Disneyland. It's just kids. You better go back down there now. They ain't playing down there.
No, I have no idea. I've only been there like twice so far. I had an experience. I don't know what's going on. I had like when I was coming home on Sunday, like it still really hasn't hit me that I live in New York. I just haven't.
You haven't gotten mugged yet. Wait till you get mugged. It'll hit you.
I don't want to get mugged. What? You keep saying. People come up to me and be like, "Where's your helmet?"
When you're walking up the stairs with that knife in your leg, and climbing up, yelling 911,
Why am I gonna walk up the stairs if I've been stabbed?
Because there's 4 more guys out there waiting for you. So you slam the door and you run up the stairs with your little gimp leg. Now you're bleeding. You'll know you're in New York when you're in the emergency room and you're 22 in line and it's 8 in the morning.
That sounds terrible. Like, why are you smiling thinking about?
Hurry up, I'm dying. Yeah, but it's 22 in front of you. They all got stabbed too. Sit in the back there, stymie. Wait for your number.
Stymie. Oh. I haven't seen anything like that. I was at CVS yesterday, and like in the city, all the CVS's like not a joke. Yesterday, the Oreos are locked up. Like everything's locked up. And as we were leaving, there was this dude who they actually had the cops there this time, and they were like going through his backpack. He had a whole bunch of shit. That is a whole different thing in New York.
You see those Oreos locked up, you're like, that's a good idea.
Oh, I know. I wish I had those to hide them from people.
He has to come up and open it for you in the middle of the night, like when you get home stoned.
Oh, so I don't eat them?
None. And who's going to take your car at 2:30 in the morning when you're hungry? You have like the lady on the 3rd floor. She weighs like 450. You tell her, listen, when I don't eat, you eat. Guess what? You ain't getting those cookies at 2:30. She's not going to hear the phone.
No. I should get something like that.
She bang on the door, and she comes up with that big size 14-foot with hair on her knuckles and opens up the thing of cookies. You're like, after looking at her foot, I don't want no more cookies.
But then I have to give her the rest of my cookies?
Oh, you fucking decide, okay?
Oh my God, fucking disgusting.
How many shows you got this week? What's going on in the real world with you this week?
This week so far, I have 2 shows. Actually, maybe 3. It depends on what my schedule looks like. But either 3 or in New York this week. I'm in New York this week, and then November 6th, I'm at the Orlando Funny Bone with Steve Simone. I'm very, very excited.
What are you doing the 7th, 8th, and 9th?
I'm doing Side Splitters in Tampa. I'm opening up for Ian Fidance. It's going to be great at Side Splitters.
Look at you. Huh?
Yeah.
And you're doing Disney World.
Yeah, doing Orlando on the 6th with Steve. So I'm going.
The ball's on you. Disneyland. Huh?
Who knows? But it's going to be great. I'm going to be with Steve for like a week. Oh, fucking goddamn it.
Oh, a fart came out of me just now.
I'm sure.
One of those dry mushroom farts. Tremendous.
What? You have farts that smell like mushrooms?
Listen, don't worry about my farts. Let me explain something to you. I am really fucking excited about doing a couple shows. Do you know that? And this week I'm getting out. I got a couple places I'm going to go to this week. I got a couple places next week. So I'll be ready by the 12th for my first fucking show. And then I got a couple more weeks, and I'll really be ready for November 27th And then by December 4th in Jersey City, I'll be Tip Top Magoo. And then after the 26th, I decide next year what we're going to do. I'm still going to keep Moon Tower, which goes on sale November 11th or some shit like that. And I'm still going to keep the other festival. And I love Philadelphia, but everything else is background music. I really want to focus on the fucking podcast. It's a beautiful spot. We got a shower. We got a fucking, when we meet on Wednesday, he asked me if he wanted the electricians there, but I'm going to bring everything that we have.
Okay.
Whatever we don't like, we can just put it in fucking storage.
Okay. We'll see what we can use from the last studio.
But we were talking earlier about, listen, man, I'm a fucking comic. Okay. And one thing about me is I want to be able to say whatever the fuck I want to say. You never heard me talk about the amendments or nothing because, everybody talks about the amendments, but they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. I've always believed when I heard Richard Pryor, I don't know. I just, my world changed. And I didn't say to myself, that's what I want to do, but I always thought it was very cool. I believe in a lot of things. I like when a comic walks a room. I like little things when a comic has no fear. But, I don't know anymore. I don't know what you're able to say and not say anymore. As a professional, I should be able to read the room. No matter what it is, whether it's a church or whether it's a fucking comedy club, read the room. I went to visit, I told you, took my daughter to the set of Happy Gilmore 2.
Right.
And I was like alone for like the first 15 minutes with my daughter. I went there listen, they were there and I didn't want those guys to think I was up there for a role because that's not what I didn't want to do. I like Adam.
Right.
I like Adam and my daughter likes Adam now. So when they invited me a couple of weeks ago, I didn't run up there. I gave it some air and I told my daughter I was going to take her. She started watching more movies. She loves him. She fucking loves him. So
yeah, that's right around her age is when I found out.
Yeah, and I went up there. It's still weird that kids that age, you found them at that age, and now kids. It's just an amazing thing to see. So I finally took her up there, and it was great. It was her and I in the beginning, and then one of the guys went, Joey, and he flipped his glasses up, and it was one of the guys that worked for Adam, gray. We're all gray now. When I met these guys, they were kids. But they're fucking gray now, and we hugged and they're like, go get water and food. And the one guy that called me was Spider-Man 2. He was the PA. That's how I met him. And then while we were shooting Spider-Man 2, he told me he was going to go to The Longest Yard. And I told him, I hope to fucking get that movie. And then we worked together on The Longest Yard. He's in charge of Adam's all video stuff now. So everything behind the scenes, Adam shoots.
Oh,
he's
okay.
Fucking out of that right now. Took him 20 fucking years, the kid, I saw so many people, and all of a sudden we started bringing back stories. And one of the guys told the dog, I forgot all about this. When we had fans on the shoot those days where you see all those people screaming.
Oh, okay. In the last scene, yeah.
It was a warm-up for those scenes. Nice kid, Dante.
Okay.
I recognized him. He recognized me. We hugged right away. And I watched him warm up the scenes. To me, it was an education. I had never seen that. But at one point, all the producers were on the other side of the field. And he looks at me and he goes, hey, I'm going to take a bathroom break. Coming up right now is one of the guys in the set, Big Tony, Joey Diaz. Dog, they just looked at me. Okay, let's get this straight. There's 300 people and they just looked at me. And I just started doing dirty stuff. And I could hear Adam and the producers going, take the mic from him.
Oh, no.
Take them. They weren't angry at all.
No.
They were just like, Joey, there's kids in that audience.
Oh,
I didn't give a fuck. I'm up there talking about some crazy stuff. They're laughing. But they kept saying, Joey, Take the mic from him. Somebody took the mic. I forgot all about that shit. I would have told you a long time ago.
Take them. And you just were like, you were just having like, why didn't you care? Like, did you hear them when you were on stage?
When I was in the field, cracking jokes, you mean? There was no stage.
Oh, on the field, sorry.
I'm on a football field, just going a cappella.
Right, sorry.
And I could hear one of them go, take the mic.
Exactly. No, that's what I meant. I'm just a little stoned.
Like, take the mic. And I'm like, and I gave the mic, and they laughed afterward. There was no really repercussions or anything. I didn't say nothing that bad. I didn't get to it yet. But it's
I didn't get to it yet.
I'm sitting there and I'm looking at them shoot. And all of a sudden I look down, and from 8 feet from me, Adam was standing. I didn't even know it was him, with a baseball hat on and a beard. And I looked at my daughter and I go, and she goes, no, I saw him, Dad. And then I didn't say nothing. And I went to the bathroom and I bumped into one of the producers, and he's like, oh my God, it's great. I asked him where his son was, because I was tight with his son. Like, we was a kid when we were shooting the longest yard. He goes, my son is a man. He lives in some fucking temple in India or some shit. And all of a sudden Adam came out. He goes, my man. And I gave him a big hug. And he goes, this is just, I wouldn't tell you guys the story, but I just want you to tell you the man, and this is what a real, he's not Hollywood. He came up to me and he goes, I heard you came with your daughter. And I go, yeah. He goes, I got 2 daughters. I go, yeah, Sadie, whatever. He goes, what's her name? I go, Mercy. How old is she? 11. Dog, he went in the hut, came out, and walked right to her. I didn't go over there. I just watched him walk right to her, and he put his knuckles up, and she put her knuckles up, and they talked for like 5 minutes. He hugged her. I was like, holy fuck, this is why he's Adam Sandler. This is why he's Adam Sandler. And then he was on the set yelling at me like, Big Tony, you remember that? You remember him from The Longest Yard? You remember this fucking guy? But they were very nice. The director of Uncut Gems is there.
Oh, cool.
He's a cool guy. But the one that blew me away was on the walkout.
Who was it?
Getting ready to leave. There's fucking thousands of people there. And I look up, and it's the girl from Saturday Night Live, the crazy blonde, on a chair. I don't know her name. And she goes, Joey. And I'm like, I don't know. And she goes, who's that? I go, my daughter. She's like, oh my God, you brought her on the set. You played hooky with Dad and all this stuff. And my daughter, listen, they made my daughter's day. Me, I could care less. I'm an old Billy Goat. They went out of their way for her. And that's Adam Sandler. That's why I always support that dude. Nobody else did. Not to that extent.
How did it make you feel? Like, it must have been like to see someone make your daughter's day.
It's, first off, my daughter could give a fuck.
Really? She wasn't?
No, but she cared about that one. That one was. Of course. And then as I was leaving, I go, Adam, I'm going to leave. Thank you for letting me on the set. I gave him a hug, whispered, thank you for everything you did for me. And I looked over and I go, Mercy, take a picture of Adam. And then she took a picture, and I took another picture of her and him, and we fucking left. That was it. She was happy, It was Friday afternoon. It was fucking beautiful. And
that's so cool.
I saw the executive producers. I was leaving, and him and I had her words. We never really discussed. We hugged and we talked, and he wants me to go back and talk to him for a couple hours. So I'm going to go back up there. Maybe they're there till like the 8th or something, the 9th.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to go up there for a morning and eat with him, and But it was very nice. And like I said, I wasn't looking for anything. I just wanted to go up there and, whatever. That's what you do with your kid, man. I'm so grateful that I had that opportunity with her.
Right. And that's what I was thinking. Just that's the reason you moved back to Jersey, was to do stuff with her or for her. Well,
it was crazy because I sent the picture to my cousin, the Cuban one, and she hit me right back. And she's like, oh, my God. And then she wrote me something in Spanish. She goes, it must be really nice that he hired you, and he was really nice to you. She wrote something like that. It made me realize, a lot of things that, this is it, man. Everybody has a different journey. For me, it was Adam Sandler. You know, he was really good to me. He put me in like 3 movies, and I lucked out. I hit the fucking jackpot. I was listen. I didn't get that movie. I didn't hang out with nobody special for that movie. They told me they didn't want me, and I thought about it when I was coked up one night. And next morning I woke up and I went and got a football shirt and a helmet, and I had my buddy Chuck Savage tape me, and the rest was fucking history. Nobody gave me nothing because I was friends with nobody. They were going to hire Big Pussy in Saragusa. So I'm very proud of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that I did A to Z from the fucking jump. I wanted it, you know, and that's for people to know that when you want something, you just don't, well, I really want to be in that movie. No, I fucking didn't stop. I didn't stop.
And it shows, dude. Like that, like that's what do you say? That's like the biggest movie you did?
Yeah, I didn't stop. When I knew that movie was getting shot, I didn't care how big or small my role was. I knew I was in that movie because as a kid, that movie hit me so fucking hard in the movie theater. And I loved Burt Reynolds so fucking much. That was one of those movies in a movie theater I'll never forget. We were all on our fucking feet as kids yelling Mean Machine. So I knew I wanted that fucking movie. And this is why I get mad at people. Because if you want something, you're not going to wish it into your life. Never you're going to wish, oh, I wish it. You know, when you get drunk with your friends, I'm telling you, I mean, you're snorting coke, I'm telling you, tonight's it. After this package is it. I'm going to be in an Adams. Trust me, when you do coke, people act that way. Tonight's the last night.
Of course.
They love their kid. They love their wife. They don't even know why they're out tonight. Meanwhile, they've been out every night since they've been married. You know, you got to listen to that bullshit. But it was one of those things that I nailed. It was beautiful from A to Z. It taught me a lesson, and it taught me a lot about myself. And that's why I get mad at comics and actors and just people in general, because they want to fight for something, but they're not willing to go to war for it, for what you believe in or what you want. I'm no special. I never went to Russia to learn to act, but I knew that going in. I also knew the situation. This guy's an all to the bone comic, and he wants his projects to be the funniest they could be. I looked at it by that. Saragusa is a great football player, God rest his soul, and Vincent is a funny guy, but he ain't got the deep fucking comically like I did. And it paid off. And this is what every comic should do, or every actor. When you want something, you know, knock it off with your stupidity and your fucking bullshit. Run, cocksucker. Guys, we're back. I don't need to be toughened up. That was Lee during the intermission. He doesn't know when he moved here that we're going deep.
I don't know what you mean deep means. I got shit to do. What are you talking about?
I already told you last night to call your boss today and tell him, listen, there's some days I'm going to be here at 8. Some days, I don't know what to tell you. I'm just going to be missing a Zoom or 2. I'll be here to consult. Don't worry about nothing. And before he can even say that, just hang up on him.
That'll go well.
What are they going to say? At this point, who are they going to hire? They got to drug test him. What are they going to hire? Vicente?
I'm not even worried about that. But
I'm not even worried about that. What are you worried about?
My mental, hell,
you what mental? Look, you're out there. It don't matter.
What do you mean I'm out there?
You became a comedian not because you're normal, because you're fucked up as it is. Nobody wants to go on stage in front of fucking 300 people unless, you're a fucking moron.
Well, of course.
And that includes me. So that means you live on the edge. That means you have the balls to do what a lot of people would like to do and wouldn't do. Listen, you wouldn't jump off a fucking you wouldn't join the army and join.
Not a chance.
Okay. They're probably looking at you going, boy, he's fucking crazy. I wouldn't get on stage. The same fucking paratroopers will look at you and go, I don't know how you do it. And you're like, what are you talking about? You jump out of a fucking plane into enemy fucking terror. Oh, we could do that in my sleep. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. But and it's not that I'm like people can be like, you're such a pussy. I don't mind doing mushrooms and doing edibles, but to go from 100 to fucking 8,000 with a half a handful of mushrooms.
Get captured. Are they gonna wait?
Always stay captured. No one's gonna capture me. I'm glad it's on tape now because he finally, like, you always
You're not gonna get captured.
know who's getting captured.
Mushroom dust on my tongue. That one, when I bit into it, dust came out of it. I got another one twice as big with your name on it, where the dust just hits you in the eye. The next day you wake up with pink eye. It's like you rubbed your asshole all night and scratch your eyeball, which you've done a couple times yourself.
And everyone listening is like, yeah, that sounds awesome. Do that, Lee. And then if you went to them, they would pee their pants. And they're like, no, I wouldn't. Yeah. There's like 6 people.
Listen, we're not doing it for them. That ship sailed. We're doing it for us.
But
you think I eat
why can't us eat a normal amount?
I do 1,200 milligrams and burp all night for them. They don't even know. I do it for me, Jack, because we're in training. It's tip-top review time.
In what world would taking edibles help me with when I'm captured? Because I'm still gonna be me. It's not like if I take edibles, I'm gonna like be like 6 feet tall and can run them like super fast.
No, I don't want you to run fast.
So what are they gonna do to me?
Human. I want your mind to be ready for everything. Adversity, torture, because no matter what happens, you still got to give them 30, 40 minutes of fucking heat. Even if the whole time I'm stabbing you in the back with a pencil like John Wick, you got to stay out there and fucking take it like a savage that you are.
I feel like, did you ever see V for Vendetta?
Who?
The movie V for Vendetta?
Oh, I see it all the time. No, I never saw that fucking movie. All right?
It was a good movie.
Yes.
I just feel like her. Like the guy got her like kidnapped and was like putting. I don't remember like, but just putting him through like a. I just want to know what's gonna happen when I'm kidnapped.
Who's gonna kidnap you? Nobody said.
You always say you always gotta be ready in case you get kidnapped.
What happens? What I'm saying to you is what happens in the world today.
Right.
Somebody sees you walking around New York. They paint the yarmulke on. They put it on you. And they go, "That fits. Go get him."
Right.
All right, because that's what you do. You look at somebody and go, "Could he be or could he not?" Like when I see a cop, when I sell drugs, I would put a police uniform on you. If it fits, I go the other way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to nobody. Right. So all these little fucking people got to look at you and go, should he have a yarmulke on? And they'll go, yeah, look at the ball spot. And they'll take you to a fucking dungeon in Queens and they'll fucking milk you for information. Where's the missiles? You know.
I'd never give it up.
No, you're tougher than nails, but they're going to do different things to you. They're going to put nails in your nutsack, in your eyeball, and then they're going to try to trick you first with mind game. But you're prepared because you've already been tortured by Uncle Joey.
but someone just ready for more torture?
No, you've already been tortured. You've already done. It's like when I walk out of jiu-jitsu at 12. At 11, that's the toughest thing I'm going to do all day.
Right.
I know this. Like after that, I'm safe. I don't got to dig no fucking torches. I don't have to, that's what I'm trying to say to you. You're mentally prepared. You follow me, cocksucker? What's the matter with you?
I can't believe you did that. You just throw one of those into mid-conversation. You should start doing that more.
Yeah, it's great.
Can you do that?
Another one.
I would love to see you do that at like Carvel or just see me.
Wait till you eat this 3 grams of African mushrooms I'm going to give you. I'm going to do that all night while you're sitting there looking at the sky going, where did my life go wrong? I should have stayed in your mitzvah school, whatever the fuck they send you cocksuckers.
Your mitzvah school?
Yeah, Ari got thrown out of. What did he get thrown out of?
Oh, he got thrown out of fuck. I know, but I can't think of it right now.
I'm sure you can't think about
Yeshiva.
Yeshiva. You ate 50 milligrams.
No, I did not eat 50 milligrams.
You would have been tip-top fucking.
That's the only benefit of this, of taking as many of whatever we're going to take, is that at least now he won't say I'm not taking what I'm taking. So that's the only.
I see you is the only time I trust you, and even then you're making noises. You sweat, your palms, your face is red. It's like, guys, you have no idea. Because I'll start calling them the night before, talking about
the night before. It's months out. Every time we talk.
Like, are you going to be here on the 12th for the show? No.
I think so.
Yeah, we're dying that night, New York. We're not even coming back.
What are you talking? Oh my god. Yes, the City Winery one. Yeah, I'll be there.
Then you'll be in Philly with me.
Yes, I'm so
And then
excited.
Jersey City. That's Chango's birthday. By that time, that's too deep. By that time, they'll capture you.
Who's them?
You know who. You know who, cocksucker.
You really have to do that in all normal conversation.
What's that? Yeah, because I'm all jazzed up. I don't give a fuck. And I'm excited. I'm excited that, listen, I'm going to punch Mr. Zoom in the head. I don't even want to see a Zoom again. Zoom reminds me of a lot of bad things. You know what I'm saying?
We should do that. The last Zoom.
The last Zoom is going to be great. We're going to light something on fire. Hopefully, we'll hook up this Wednesday. I talked to my man already. He's going to meet us there. He wanted to know if the electrician, boom, pop, beat. We'll be ready to fucking rock.
I can't wait.
By that time, I have the other box of edibles for the first episode. We're going all out. We're going to have a nurse there. We're going to have intravenous. We're going to have pizzas. Mike Chick will be there.
Pizzas.
Yeah.
If we're going hundreds of milligrams, let's go a little bit deeper than pizza. What do you just pizza?
I'm going to turn you on to the best pizza you've ever eaten in your life each Monday. It's going to just be there. I mean, we're going to have a lot of.
Oh, it's good pizza.
Be there. We're bringing in food from restaurants.
I thought you were going to fuck with me with like Domino's.
There's a place your boy told me about, Danny Brav, called Sandwichitos down in Edgewater. Okay. I looked at the menu. I don't even want to show it to you, Lee.
Oh, man.
Right.
That's going to be good.
Edgewater Sandwichitos. Go ahead. Sandwich, but instead of sandwich, Cheetos. Yeah. Go ahead. Type it up. See what you get. You might go over there tonight on your own.
And is it in North Bergen?
Yeah. Just type North Bergen or Edgewater. Sandwichitos. Okay. See what you get.
Let's look at this menu. Andy, if you can pull it up, that'd be great. But I'm looking at it right now. So they have a jiu-jitsu steak. Oh, it's a steak with chimichurri, caramelized onions. Oh yeah, this place looks crazy.
So,
and this is close by.
Around the corner, fudge is made.
Oh my god! Yeah, we're gonna have to get like a tab there or something.
That's why I said, Doug, I'm always thinking of you, and all you're doing is, I don't know, mushrooms. Who's gonna kidnap me? Nobody. But you gotta be ready. You gotta keep an open heart with Uncle Joey. So what? You're gonna eat?
I always have an open heart.
Farm. There'll be a steak and chimichurri waiting for you, and a nice fucking glass of whatever you want to drink.
I can't wait.
Relax. Take the plug out of your ass. It's over. It's over. This is lightweight now. We don't have to fucking go all out. They know who you are. They know who I am. This is not going to be like before. We're just going to focus on getting high.
I'm excited.
Not really. No. I want to do different things, but that'll be part of the training because you've been slipping for 4 years.
It's kind of hard to maintain that level of training for 4 years.
Well, that's why. But I never stopped. I took a little breather. I had some problems. I didn't want to smoke no more. But I fucking try to live my day like a normal American. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm going back to the street, Jack. And I started eating edibles and everything else I could. But now, it's a different world now. I don't eat edibles in the daytime at all. Listen, these ABXs don't even do anything to me no more. Because I got to eat some of them because they're hundreds. Or at the end of the night, I'll burp in my fucking mask. I got to get up in the middle of the night and wipe it down. So I can't. You can only go out once a week. And now, since I only do once a week, my tolerance is lowered. So it's a beautiful fucking thing.
It doesn't sound like it's low. I don't think your tolerance is low.
Well, it's a lot lower than 20. You give me 2,200 milligrams of Jell-O now. I'll fucking die if I eat that shit now. But before, I was solid like the Rock of Gibraltar, Jack.
Yeah. Fucking Jesus Christ.
So that's it, Lee. It's just
love it.
Fucking Tuesday. Next time we come on here, it'll be, next Tuesday, which will be November 5th, right? When is election?
5th.
The 5th?
Yep.
So wait a second. Come on. Yeah? We'll be coming to you on the fucking 5th, hopefully from a different location, but if not, Zoom for sure. And
absolutely.
Yeah, because we were talking about doing it at a restaurant one Monday just to try it out to see if it'll work. But fuck it. Let's just wait to get to the office and then we'll branch out. Once we got that, it makes a lot of fucking sense, Lee. But I'm really excited. You're right. I'm not getting no brick in the back. Fuck that. That brings back old memories. We're starting up anew. This is the church, New York City style, cocksucker.
Right. I love it. I'm so excited to see, like, there's so many more people and we have so much. It's just going to be good to, like, be in the same place.
And when you see where we're at and everything, you're going to go, what the fuck was this? Like, that's what I like about it. Like, no, it's a bat cave. You got to go through bushes and weeds, and there's like a fucking thing that'll give you a flat tire if you go back there. It's over. The guy set it up that way for himself.
Holy shit, that's crazy. That's good. How great, because it's hard to find places like that. I would like thank you because with my schedule I haven't been around and you've looked at a few places.
You have no idea, because I reached out to a bunch of people, and it got to, at first it was slow. People were like, let me ask around, and then all of a sudden I was getting places to look at in Jersey City, Rutherford, Union City. I talked to the guy, Edgewater, and then somebody turned me on to the Galaxy. But both days, the day I went to look at the Galaxy, I had this too.
That's crazy.
But the lady talked to me for too long. And I had to go over there, so I told him, forget about it. And then this week, when she said that the Chinese people wouldn't hire it, they only sell it to their own. I called the guy and he goes, I still got it if you want it. Some guy's coming in Saturday to look at it again. Nah, that's not going to happen. Save him the fucking trip. I'll be down there in 8 minutes. And that's what happened. So, and on that same day, right there, Mikey Chick called me and said he had an office for me up the block from my mother's bar.
Oh, cool.
I sent you the pictures, right? On 29th and it was on 29th and Summit. There used to be a bar on that corner when I was a kid. And down middle of that block, that's where I lived when my dad died. We were just maybe a quarter of a mile from the bar, our bar. There was a bar on 29th and Bergen Line, which is ours, 29th and Summit. They must have tore that down, and that's where the office is.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
That would have been fucking insane. But when I looked at this spot, it was really big. And the shower, brand new. They're going to put the glass in this week. That's when I was like, fuck it, it's worth it. So I'm fucking just, listen, I got these dates. I'm not really leaving town. This gives me a little time to focus. I haven't been up there in a long time. So this is my chance to reunite with Mr. Barone, a bunch of those guys. I'm going to start calling them and letting them know. I'm going to pick them up on Mondays to do a podcast. Ciccarelli will be the dog guy, you know, the whole fucking thing. So, but that's it. So that's all you're promoting right now is the 5th in November.
The 6th in Orlando.
The 6th in Orlando and the rest of the week.
And it's Tampa at Side Splitters.
Okay, good. Well, I'll see you this week. For all you motherfuckers, I love you. Thank you for the support over the years. You guys thought we were lazy with this fucking Zoom. You know, guys, you know us better than this. We ran into a fucking string of bad luck, and now we're making it right, and we're ready to fucking go. I'm sorry about the Patreon, okay? I've reached out to 3 people already. Nobody knows nothing. So I'm sorry about the Patreon. It's kaput. We're going to make it up to you with the fucking YouTube. I haven't been doing YouTube videos because you only get like 3,000 people. I don't want to waste nobody's time. They all come up with a different name. They're not monetized. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. So I just said, fuck it. I'll wait till Lee gets here and we'll set it up right. And we'll put a morning joint to it, whatever the fuck you guys want. So we didn't forget about you. We love you. Thank you for the support and the loyalty. And we'll see you next week, cocksuckers. Stay black.
What's up, buddy?
How we doing today? You look depressed. What happened?
I look depressed?
Yeah, what happened?
Nothing. Maybe it was the 12 p.m. mushrooms I took. I don't know. I feel fine. I thought I looked happy. I wore a bright sweatshirt for you.
You took 1.5 grams of mushrooms.
Yeah, and I usually take 2. Nothing. I'm wearing a bright shirt. I thought I looked really happy.
Listen, I could give a Frenchman's fuck about your bright shirt, all right?
He's just copying Rogan. Look, that's where he got it from.
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ. He's saying I'm wearing the same sweater as Rogan.
Okay, what are you gonna do? Next thing you know, you're gonna have JD Vance on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Brother, popping Lee Syatt, you cocksucker. How you play?
I'm doing good, buddy. It looks like your internet's acting up. But I don't want to.
You're back.
He's back, but I just don't want to start it.
I'm back like herpes, brother. Don't worry about nothing. This will all work itself out.
All right, I'm doing good, dude.
Today the delivery came from the furniture. We got carpets. We got to get some shades, and that's pretty much it. You know. Now we just got to get it all set up, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna burn this fucking Zoom. I am so happy. I'm done. Like, I'm done. I've been doing a podcast for 4 years. That has basically been a disaster. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when I moved here, that's the best I could do. I didn't even think about a Zoom. I was Zooming in guests, but they were a pain in the ass, and the Zooms wouldn't work. And this has been a fucking, you know, it's like we had this podcast for like 10 years going, 8 years. And then for 4 years, I had like, they put me back in the B leagues, it seems like. Like I'm back in the fucking farm team. And I'm okay with that. Because now at least it gives you to start with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure a lot of people were disappointed. But listen, that was the best I could do with what I had to work with for a year or two. And,
dude, and to be honest, I'm surprised.
Listen, I didn't like doing it. I was having a hard time with it doing it. That's why I cut it from 2 episodes to 1. It was fucking brutal, you know, and you have all these things you want to talk about when you have a camera in your face for an hour until the camera gets put in your face. And then you're like, I'm out of shit to say. You're putting me on a spot every week. You know, podcasts definitely work better. I mean, listen, God bless Bill Burr. God bless all people who do a podcast for an hour by themselves and just rant. God fucking bless them. In another time, maybe I'll do one with no YouTube where I just don't even have to look at a camera. I just sit there and it's like ramblers. It's like Marlon Brando on Apocalypse Now when he would make the tape recordings of horrors and all this shit. That's my next podcast, The Horror. That's what it's called. When I'm over 65. The Horror. And I'll play the fucking me shitting my pants, me changing my diapers, you know, me emptying my colostomy bag, whatever the fuck it's called. So, but it's okay, man. But you know, this is why I'm so excited. You could tell the last 2 weeks, I was a little fired up the last 3 weeks. I've been very fired up because you have no idea. It's been like, and listen, over the pandemic, podcast grew and record numbers, and the terrain changed. The terrain really changed a lot in the podcast world in 4 years. You know, fucking the Chinese app, Twitch, whatever the fuck they do, they jump up and down for a minute. What's it called? TikTok and all that. It's really changed. And now these are all elements that you could use towards a better podcast, you know. So we'll have to open up a church, New Testament TikTok, because these are the things that'll lure people. But I don't want no, you know, in my world, there has never been no smoke and mirrors. I don't like, it's like I watched, what's that show? Yellowstone last night.
Okay.
And I had a funny feeling that the show was going to suck. And I'll tell you why. Because it was such a great show. And then they took like a 2-year hiatus, maybe even longer. And the writers have to come back. They have to get last night episode, they spun around a horse for 15 minutes. Then the guy played a banjo for 10 minutes. You know, it was like I was lost. It was like the 5th season of Miami Vice. I think Miami Vice lasted 6 seasons. The last 2 seasons, it's like, what am I watching? Everybody quit. The people who stayed were high. They didn't know what they were doing. And my point with that is we're coming back. So I don't want to come back weaker.
No.
I want to come back stronger. I want to come back doing things that we didn't do on the church because we were too stoned. Listen, I love getting high. But I look at those old church episodes and I break your balls. We're never going back there, Lee.
Oh, I
It's
know.
okay to get high. But I don't want to drool again. I don't want you passing out. Well, every once in a while, it's good to see you go through changes.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm gonna.
for me to come back and put a bong at the circle and start that all over again, no. What I want to do is what I told you. I want to explore Hudson County. I want to put Mr. Barone on. I want to put Louis Hernandez on. I'm going to put my 8th grade teacher on. I'm going to put my 6th grade teacher on. I got cops. We got musicians that live in North Jersey. I don't want this to be, I'm going to interview a lot of regular people that are more interesting than any of these fucking celebrities that you see or these personalities, because they didn't put tattoos to be cool or, they wear a pink hat to step out. These are real people. They don't give a fuck about none of that stuff. They didn't cry when Kamala lost. Yeah. They didn't do any of that dumb shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think the smartest thing you've always talked about, from like fighting to like comedy or whatever, is evolving. And I think when you were talking about those TV shows, I really like the show Suits, but the last 2 seasons are the unwatchable. And I think you're right. It's because they try to do the same thing.
They try to do the same thing, and you gotta dope it up. And then after a while, you have this uncertainty in the writer's room, which a lot of people understand about TV shows and what really happens. That if a show is successful the first 2 seasons, they're going to go after those writers, and they're going to offer them more money than you're offering them. And now your network, you know how much you need Lee, but your network can't cover the spread. You got to take a pay cut, or you got to, or you can't have an assistant or something like that, because I want to hire Lee because I know how good he is, how efficient he is. And that's what happens to these things. You know what my biggest question is now? I don't know if you noticed this. Beside Kansas City in football, nobody has really won a World Series lately, or a championship, or a Super Bowl beside Kansas City, and really held to that number 1 spot for years. Last year, Texas Rangers won it. This year, they were fucking 8-34. What happened? They traded away players. So you just built a team to win a World Series, and that's it. Now you're going to trade away the players that got you there, the chemistry that got you there. Yeah, 1 or 2 people are going to leave. But that's what it seems in sports. In NBA, every year, nobody's running a dynasty. The Celtics are the closest thing to a dynasty. But it's like, people win, they don't win 4 in a row no more. They don't keep them. There's no New Englands. It's Kansas City now. And it's just really weird. I never understood building a team and then breaking it up over money.
Right.
Breaking it up over money.
And I don't think that's what you're saying, but I just want to make it clear for people watching. That's not why the church ended. That we never fought about money.
No. I'm just saying that, listen, the church had to end. Let's get this. The more I think about it, I'm like, I've made some mistakes in my day. It felt like a mistake at first, but it saved our lives. It saved our lives. It saved our friendship. It just saved a lot of things, taking that breather. People have no idea how deep we were in, and how deep I was in stand-up, and how deep I was in acting. And then to wrap this up in a bow, I got a wife and a daughter. You follow me? So it's the law of diminishing returns. Even at the end, with the podcast pandemic hit and we were still doing it, but towards the end there, it was starting to maybe get a little repetitive. It's crazy because you could put, when it came to us, we could put the president on there and they would still say, it was a great episode, but I'd rather just be you and Lee.
Right.
And then when we do 2 episodes in a row, they yell at us, bring back a guest. And you're never going to please everybody. So do what the fuck you want to do. And the people who want to stay, you stay. And the people that want to abandon ship, go. Because eventually they'll come back and they'll see that, our podcast is maybe an hour, 15 minutes, but it's better than sitting there for 3 hours. Just picking up shit to talk about, because that's when you get tired. That's when the people at home go, you know what, I've had enough of this. I'd rather keep the conversation fresh. When it's not fresh, end this fucking thing. Sometimes I do a podcast for 40 minutes and I got to get the fuck out of there. Like, I don't know.
It's way better. There's so many of them, and you know why I'm so excited about like this new, like the New Testament is, and I'm not saying we'll never have a comic on, but I like the idea of having other people on because these comics have been on every podcast and told a lot of stories. There's a lot of stories that haven't been told, especially that like add color to your old stories. So it's not only going to be, and we'll still get high. It's not like we're going to sit there like stone cold sober.
And the podcast is you and me are mumbling. If you look at some of the old podcasts, we just ended them. The last 30 minutes were just us two mumbling about farts and da-da-da-da-da-da, and we could have got out of there, and then we'd stay another hour after that. That's what people didn't understand. We just weren't doing a podcast. It was a whole night. It consumed our whole fucking night. By the time we got home, we're like, what bar did I go to? Nowhere. You left the fucking you know. So these are the things that people never really understood, that I never had time to explain to people. There was a lot going on. You know, now till this day, there's still people, oh, the news is going to come out. They left in a rush. We just looked around. We heard what was going on in our neighborhood, and we both looked at each other, including Steve Simone and a bunch of other people, and said, I'm paying $2,300 to live with guns going off outside my fucking window every night and shit, because it got stupid, you know. But again, I don't want to dwell on that. What I want to dwell on is what I want to do with this. The studio is perfect for us. I mean, it's definitely a little bigger than what we looked for, but we'll take it. It's worth it. We got to get some heaters in there because I could tell it's going to be a cold winter. It was warmer outside than it was inside today.
Oh well, yeah. So it's concrete. We are gonna need a heater, but it's cool. I like that it's big too. We can do more stuff in it. It's like because I think what people don't know is how small we had one. The office next to In-N-Out was decently sized. Every other office we had barely, like you could be like that first one where they kept saying we were smoking weed and we weren't smoking weed. The table we couldn't even get around it. If you couldn't leave, once you were in for the podcast, you couldn't leave. And then there was also they took one office and cut it into two, so our office didn't have AC coming into it. It only had the outtake of the AC. Like we didn't like it was. That one was tiny, and then the last office, it was fine for what we needed, but there was only one place to put the table, and it was tiny. This one,
I remember going to a fucking podcast studio to look at it, and the lady's like, "Yeah, people do podcasts here all the time." And I'm walking in there going, "No, they don't." It was all tin metal.
Oh no!
The lady's like, oh, it's cool here in the summer. Lady, it's 80 outside and it's 104 in here. Me and my wife are sweating, walking through this. Ain't nobody doing powder here. It's fucking 11 in the morning. Yeah, ain't nobody doing cocaine, and we're sweating fucking profusely. And you're telling us that this place cools down. I mean, I hate all that shit. You know me, I'm air conditioner. It's got to be a little cold, but this is going to be a little bit colder than what we anticipated in January. So we'll have to get there a little earlier, put the heaters on, take a ride, then come back and do your thing. But listen, I like the whole setup that we're doing. I'd like to meet you a little earlier so we could get a dinner, go somewhere and eat and bullshit, or do the other thing. Get the podcast done with and then go get a bite to eat. And that's a continuation for YouTube or whatever, wherever we go to eat. So, and there's a lot of places to eat.
Oh, dude, there's nothing that's going to make me feel warmer inside than one of those chili dogs from that we had today. Those chili dogs, especially January, if we're cold, then just get 6 of them and 2 orders. Those things, I've never had anything like that. A Hiram's hot dog. That was crazy.
I can't
First
believe
of all, they deep fry the hot dogs.
Yeah, they're good. I can't believe that place. I went there for my 8th grade. After we took a trip, the pictures that I put up with me and Dominic, God rest his soul, and Louis Hernandez and Dave Ruiz, that was that day. And we had the suits on. We stopped there.
Oh, shit.
The city, it was Hiram's was next to Callahan's. So some people like Callahan, some people like Hiram's. So I haven't
Hiram's
been in.
Is still here.
Hiram's is still in there. I haven't been in there since 1985. I thought about it on the way home. 1985 was the last time I ate from Hiram's. And that hot dog today was off the fucking hook. The chili was off the hook. The onions were off the hook. The bun was off the hook. I ate 2 of them. I blew a fart like where the turnpike meets the fucking parkway. Now, if you know that area, exit, whatever it is, it smells like a fucking dead mule for like 10 miles. You look at each other, you start smelling your armpits. It's an odor you never smelled. And it's the birth of cancer. When you drive through that, that's when you put your fucking mask on. Not because people are breathing on you during COVID. You put your mask on when you drive through the birth of cancer on the Jersey, meeting the fucking parkway. I blew a fart that I had to open the window. I'd rather smell that than the fucking fart I just blew from those 2 hot dogs. You know why? Because they were fucking loosened up in Hudson County water right there from the Hudson River.
Oh my God. You think you get happened that quickly? Just on that ride home?
Oh, I blew a try. I didn't eat anything else. I had fucking 2 eggs with a piece of toast and a fruit bowl for breakfast. It was plain this morning. So I didn't eat anything else. I ate those 2 hot dogs. I blew a fart. The fucking windows got fogged up. It was tremendous. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad. I'm just saying.
Oh, dude, I haven't had a sip of water since then because it was just so it's spicy a little bit.
A sip of water. You're gonna dehydrate, cocksucker.
Well, those hot dogs tasted good.
Thank God I got Liquid IV as a sponsor. I brushed my teeth twice in Listerine after I got out of the shower. I had to come back and work out. I did something
After that hot dog?
I went to the gym at 5.
Why?
Because I was sitting an hour and a half up and an hour and a half back. I can't do that. And I couldn't lift this morning because if I fucking swing kettlebells, I get in the truck, then I come back and I can't walk for 3 fucking days.
Oh,
and I knew I ate that shit for lunch, so I was like, I ain't taking it. I got on the bike for 20 minutes. I pedaled that motherfucker like 10 cops were after me. And then I just got out in the gym. I stretched. I threw some kettlebells. I fucking did all the cables, and I got out of there. Tomorrow I'll go to boxing class, and I feel better about myself.
Oh, and I need to do that. I'll need to do the stairs an extra time. But you did like my favorite. You didn't like my favorite thing to do at a place like that is you just got 1 hot dog to start, and then you finished it, and you're like, I think I need another one.
Yeah,
and it takes 2 seconds. Oh,
why go in there all in for 3 of them? That's the first time I've been in there. The first time, and next thing you know, the hot dog tastes like a fried mouse. I don't need that either. They just cut the tail off and put 2 of them together. I don't need that either. You know what I'm saying? So you always got to start with 1. You always dip 1 toe in the pool, right?
Right. Oh yeah.
Jump in. You always dip 1, and you fucking. But that's history, man. Those places are fucking North Jersey history.
Yeah, you were saying as we were driving up there that across the street used to be like an entire amusement park, and now it's just a condo complex.
Palisade Amusement Park. If you're over 55, you remember it. If you live in Jersey right now, I think I went there with my mom a few times after my dad died when we came from Cuba. And the thing I remember the most is the pool. It was the largest saltwater pool, but it was like the ocean. It was a wave pool back then. Guys, This was the late 60s, early 70s, you know. They already had a wave pool, and they had vanilla ice cream that was better than fucking Dairy Queen and better than Carvel. And then one day they fucking closed it, man. They just broke everybody's heart. They built buildings.
It was too valuable.
Yeah, that landscape is just, it's like today we saw that church that was beautiful. And he says it's for sale. They're going to sell it and knock it into condominiums, That's where the money is now. I tell all these people on the Sunset Strip and everything that eventually everything is going to change. Those locations are hot. People are going to keep coming to you every year. Will you take 8 million? Will you take 9 million? And one year you just go, you know what? I'm getting sick of fucking sitting here. 9 million, is that cash? Yeah, okay. Call my attorney because I'm out of here. I don't want to see another comic laugh. I don't want to hear one of their fucking stories.
Yeah, and I think it's why it's exciting. Like, you inviting your friends on has to be pretty cool. Like, you've known some of these people since you were in like middle school or maybe before, and like now, like to like get them all on a podcast, but you guys are still like young and okay. Like, that's pretty cool.
I'm sick and tired of hearing that these stories are made up. I'm sick and tired of people saying that this never happened. I'm going to put people on there that I grew up with. And at the same time, they're going to explain to you what was going on in their home, the reason they acted like they did, and the reason I acted like I did. You know, we're all still friends. Like Saturday. This Saturday is my brother, Chucky McBreen, they're going to name the Ramapo College basketball gym after him.
Oh, cool.
We're all going up there, you know, and this crew has known each other since the 5th fucking grade. And we love we talk all the time, me and these guys, you know. They have to come on the podcast to really, you know, Ralph Afuso has to tell the story when we went to basketball camp in the 6th grade and we were just torturing the counselors, putting shampoo in their sneakers. These guys were men. We were in the 6th grade with no fucking worries. No worries, wow. You know. Chucky McBreen, the coach of Rampo, we're going to have him on to talk about how many nights we played basketball till 11 o'clock at night. Up in his pool. And his pool was even dirtier, you know, from us jumping in there. I want to have Louis come in and talk about basketball, what it was to us. We didn't know like I watched my daughter last night. I wanted to stick a fucking screwdriver in my eye. But it's not her fault. Her generation doesn't even play when the sun is out. Never mind going to the court after dinner and playing 3-on-3 till 2 a.m. You know, I got to bring, you know, I'm going to try to bring Chris DiLorenzo on, Bonehead's brother. You know, Bonehead's brother. He lives around the corner from me. But you got to make sure he's sober. You got to get him a little high, no alcohol. I got a lot of guys that are going to explain the state of mind we grew up in, which is more important. When you hear the state of mind, you'll go, oh, I get that story. I understand that story. You know, I bumped into John Rago last week. What's the first thing he said? He talked about us robbing a gas station, and he was the getaway man. Did I say something to him? Watch the video. He said it first. You know, all those have a fuck. This is what to let you know. We were 3 hungry kids. You know what he told me once I took the tape off? He goes, I was the getaway driver because my younger brother threatened me. And in those days, he would kill me. I had to do it. You know, this is the guy, you know. But I want you to understand where that state of mind came from. I'm going to have decent kids come on. I'm going to try to have Steve Avillo come on, which is my brother to death. And he's decent as could come. He didn't live a life like ours. But him and I still breathe for one another. He plays in that band, the Past Masters, you know. It was very interesting. I'm going to try to put anybody that grew up like me on. Lucio Fernandez from Union City. You know, he's a big shot in Union City in politics. We grew up together. The fucking barbell fell on his chin when we were lifting weights in our backyard. What does that tell you? And he's got, you know, it wasn't the stories. It was the state of mind that people want to get to. And once you listen to these guys' stories, you'll understand their fucking state of mind and why we did those things. 0 fucks were given. 0.
Yeah. Do you think you would have? Like, do you think it would be possible to have the lives you had now? Like, if you were kids now?
It wouldn't be accepted. Kids are different. We're different now. And listen, I didn't believe it, but I'm living it now. I'm living it with my daughter. How many times do I get up she come home at 2:45 and I go, let's go for a ride at 3:30. They're in us. You go to the park, it's a bunch of 6th graders, 6-year-olds playing on swings. You go to the basketball courts when there's no school. Listen, when there was no school, we were at the court at 9:01 a.m. Regardless of the weather. If it was too cold, we'd play till it warmed up. And we'd stay there till 3 and take a break and then come back. And then at 7 o'clock after dinner, that was a complete different time to go out.
Right.
That's crazy. My daughter, the kids in the neighborhood, there's one kid that rides his bike.
But like, what if Mercy came to you and your wife and said, "Hey, I want to go out like at 8 o'clock," or not? Would you guys let her?
Yeah, if she had somewhere to go, not to hang out at a fucking Wawa and eat bubblegum outside and stay on your, phone. At least stand outside a liquor store and try to hustle somebody getting you a bottle of blackberry brandy or something. That's and that's what people don't understand. There's no kids hanging outside liquor stores no more.
No, no one would do it. That's like
No.
that's what I was gonna say. Is like, I don't.
If you come to me with the right story, I'll do it. If you're a 15-year-old kid and you're like, listen, dog, I just want to smoke some joints and get a 6-pack of Budweiser. I might buy a 6-pack and drop it off in the parking lot where there's no cameras watching because he was a gentleman. But if he tells me he wants whiskey, he wants to make Long Island iced teas and blow them up with gasoline, I ain't getting that motherfucker nothing. He ain't drinking shit. Drink shoe polish like I did. Go home and steal your grandfather's whiskey.
But who's going to tell you that? Aren't people going to tell you the first one most of the time?
The what?
Aren't people going to come at you like more respectfully most of the time?
Well, they're going to come respectful, but I want to know what they're ordering. If you come at me and say, if you're a white kid and you say, can you get me some wine? I'm just going to say, listen, take your faggotry somewhere else. But if you come to me, you're like a nice kid and you're by yourself and you go, I just want to smoke some reefer and I need a bottle of Boone's Farm, I'll get it for them because they're gentlemen.
Okay.
Spoken like a fucking true gentleman. But you're not going to come up to me and work me and tell me, listen, I want some kamikaze mix and I want pineapple. What are you, Puerto Rican? Pineapple juice. Relax.
What if they are Puerto Rican?
Then they should have pineapple juice at their house.
I'm saying they can have it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Puerto Rican, coconut juice, pineapple juice, coconut milk. They got coquito at the fucking house. Puerto Ricans got it down, dog.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Why are we fucking talking about this shit for? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Puerto Ricans are getting a bad rap lately. Enough is enough. It was a joke. What the fuck? I am retarded as a motherfucker. The other night. What?
What do you mean, what? You just put your glasses on, took it off, and said that.
Yeah, because I can't see. I need the, not the teleprompter, but I got to see what time it is before I go into it. I was last week I did 3 sets. I'm very proud of that.
Nice, dude.
I did not want to go on stage tonight and not be prepared. Even though I'm not going to be fucking prepared, but at least with 3-4 sets under my belt, I could see where it was. Wednesday's show at the dojo the set was okay. But it was like Bill Burr's first 2 minutes on Saturday Night Live. He was like, and also he just let loose. And then I remember what it is to let loose and what people really want to see. Because of my age and because I just slowed down. I go up there with a more whatever, relaxed. They don't like that Joey Diaz. As a matter of fact, I don't like that Joey Diaz. I got to go up. Yeah, I got to go up there. I didn't say motherfucker at the end, in the beginning. I got to steal your heart right from the beginning. You got to know where I'm fucking going with this. But I tried some great jokes about my antidepressants. I'm scared to sleep at night with the sleep apnea machine because I might keep spinning and choke myself to death. At least I'm talking about different stuff. This is what I wanted to talk about. This is the most important thing to me, not going back up there and thinking, listen, you're going to get a rotten ass joke or something. But I just couldn't. I couldn't. My life the last 4 years has been so peaceful. I ain't got no stories to tell. Can you believe that? Like nothing really, nobody got hit in the head. Nobody. I could go off about the baseball coach and tell the story how he was looking up at the sky when the girls were hitting home runs, and I was like, time out. What are you looking at?
You also have been eating mushrooms by the handful. It's not like you haven't done anything.
But I eat mushrooms on the weekends. Today was an exception. I didn't even eat a mushroom. I ate a breadstrip.
That was really cool. That was really fun.
I just want to let you know what we got in store, what the ammunition is that's coming for you. It's a different world now. It's not going to be 2,000 milligrams of edible. I don't even eat that much. Listen, I got these new edibles. Somebody sent it. Pretty good. Packages of 50 milligrams. There's each 50 milligrams. But when you look at it, it's 30 milligrams of THC, 10 of something else, and 10 of CBD. I had 4 fucking bags. You know what I'm saying? It was an all like 400 milligrams. I got to tell you, At first, I'm like, these things suck. But last night during my daughter's basketball game, those motherfuckers came to life, right? I was like, oh, shit. Then I came home, Lee, and let me tell you what I ate, because I can always be honest with my people. I started with M&M peanuts from Halloween. These things were already old, breaking apart. It meant nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? I just started tearing up those peanuts. And then I had a banana milkshake.
Oh, you made a milkshake?
Yeah, a little bit of vanilla ice cream, 2 bananas, milk. Boom. Tremendous.
Okay.
I went downstairs. Lee, I was still hungry. I had to go right back upstairs and make a fucking half a bagel with cream cheese. And then,
hold on.
Yes, a half a bagel with cream cheese.
Why only a half? What did he do with the other half?
My wife somebody sent us bagels, and she had cut one in half.
Okay.
So I
thought it was you.
No. So a half is better than a whole. I came downstairs. I smoked some more. I must have fed that edible again. I ended up upstairs toasting white bread, getting chicken cutlet with American cheese, tomato, lettuce, mayonnaise on it, heavy on the salt and pepper. I ate one of those. I was ready to throw 2 pieces of bread in the oven to make a second, but I said, ta, 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 ta. Ate the fucking chicken cutlets with no bread, just salt and pepper. That was my dietary last night. That's what I ate last night. So I had to go to the gym today. I had to burn that
I can
off.
see that now.
Tomorrow I got to go back and bang it out the boxing gym because you got to get your levels down, the fucking sugar. I got to take a test tomorrow too, a fucking A1C test. Tomorrow's my last diabetic class. I took a pre-diabetic class that's for free. I'm getting old. I need things to do. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not laughing at you taking the class. The class is pretty cool. And I've eaten so many pints of ice cream, but you opened up with a milkshake. I've never made a milkshake before. Like,
an 8-ouncer. I love banana milkshakes. I really wanted to make a strawberry one, but we were out of the strawberry ones. I had blueberries and blackberries and raspberries, but I always have that with coconut water and put protein in it. So I really wanted something different. I like cutting up strawberries and putting them in a bowl with milk. You put a little sugar in there, close it up, and come back 2 days later, and the milk is fucking red. You don't know what it's like.
Hold on. Dude, I know you pretty well. Are you telling me that you make strawberry milk specifically for strawberry milk?
Yeah.
I never would have guessed you make milkshakes at night.
I didn't make milkshakes. I started making them here because why go to a place and get a milkshake that's loaded with fucking sugar? At home, if you make a milkshake, it's still not better for you, but at least you can control it a little more.
Right. Okay.
So you ever get a milkshake? It's thicker than shit, and it's got 2,000 fucking plus calories in it. And then you come home, you get Breyers, vanilla ice, no sugar. The ice cream, vanilla. I think it's $1.80 a scoop. 8 ounces of milk. It is what it is. I'm old. You know what I'm saying? I like my milk for my bones and my calcium. So I'd rather control the sugar, and I do make them at home.
I love it.
Need to sweeten it. I'll use some of that fake sweetener, which is cancer too. So you're not going to win. You're not going to win. And I make the milkshake 8 ounces. No reason to fucking make a 16 or 22 or whatever, even though a couple of days ago I saw a commercial for the new, it was like on Instagram, Shake Shack. It's a new chocolate shake there. A Yula shake. Bro, they're not fucking around. I'm not even going to drive by there no more because I'm going to fall. I'm stoned. That's on the way back from boxing and everything else I do. It's right there in Freehold, New Jersey.
You have to drive by it all the time?
Yeah, and I don't really, listen, if I eat that shit, it's every 2 weeks with my daughter. My daughter likes it, so she'll stop in there with my wife. They'll talk my wife into it. I just, I do like the cheeseburgers there with a slice of cheese and onion, raw onion. That's it. And I put a little mustard. I like mustard on my burger. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you got to do it. You said you saw it on Instagram. You said you saw the shake on Instagram?
Yeah, it was like an advertising. Somebody was talking about it.
Do you ever look at do you look at a lot of food? I look at a lot of food on Instagram.
I'd rather look at a chef that's cooking something healthy or there's a lot of food on Instagram, and a lot of it is just the same shit. It's the same shit. So, I got to watch what the fuck I'm doing. I must have put on 5 pounds last night with the bagel and the chicken cutlets, but I don't eat much in the daytime. That's what's killing me. Anyway, let me talk to you savages real quick about BetterHelp. We'll be back, Jack. All right, Uncle Joey back here to talk to you about BetterHelp. You know that they help me out. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Here's a reminder to be grateful. It's easy to forget what a badass you are. BetterHelp's online therapy gives you the tools to appreciate yourself just the way you are, like they did for me. You know what I'm saying? They were there. They gave me exercises and different things to do and my mind to change. And here I am 3 years later, like an animale, thanks to BetterHelp's online therapy. So do yourself a favor. BetterHelp is completely online. Nobody knows nothing. Just fill out the quick survey to get matched with licensed therapists, and you can have video calls, phone calls, or messages anytime that suits your schedule. No running around, no taking buses, just home. You go home, you put your robe on, you get the cat, you pet him. You can even switch therapists at any point if you don't like the first one they gave you for no additional charge until you find the right match. That's perfect for you. This is all about you, BetterHelp. Holidays are coming. We all fall into slumps. Knock it off. Everybody in the holiday thinks of their uncle or their mom or what could have been. Listen, why go through the holidays like that again? BetterHelp is going to help you. So let the gratitude flow and let BetterHelp help you get through the holidays. What I'm going to do is this. BetterHelp.com/Diaz, D-I-A-Z, to get you 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp.com/Diaz, D-I-A-Z. You're going to do fine. I love you guys. Now back to the craziest show on earth, where you need therapy after you listen to the goddamn thing. Stay black. We're back, bitches. If you're feeling a little ho-hum before the holidays, contact BetterHelp. Believe it or not, they did miracles for me. They'll work.
Me too.
Miracles for you. Anyway, back to the show. I was just telling Lee, I got a doctor. And, because my name is Jose Diaz, they only text me in Spanish.
That's why. Like, did you click a box by accident and say Spanish?
No, it's my name. But they fucking... So now when I call them and they say press 1 for white people or 2 for Spanish, I press Spanish. See, I make that work for me on certain things because, listen, no matter who you call, they don't want to piss off Spanish people. So always press the Spanish, whether it's United Airlines, the doctor's office, just a free little tip on a Tuesday from Uncle Joey. Don't believe the hype. Press 2, and the lady goes, are you Spanish? She's not going to make you get off the phone. Not until and they're listening. So use your coconut from time to time. That's the Joey Diaz review on a fucking Tuesday morning. Anyway, yeah. They keep texting me in Spanish like I fucking, I only go the Spanish route when they want to put me on the phone for 22 minutes. When you call it dentist, there's 22 people waiting on the block. Well, not really. I'm pressing number 2, and I'm speaking to Dr. Juan right off the bat. You know what I'm saying?
I love that you figured that out.
Yeah.
They've never
known me, Doc. Listen, I've been figuring this shit out for 20 years. I told all you motherfuckers, always get on the first class line when you fly. Always. You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing. I didn't know. Me no hablo. Me no, whatever the fuck. Me no. Just, I don't know. They're not going to throw you out and embarrass you. They're just going to ridicule you. They're going to go, next time, stand on that line. Sure. There ain't going to be no next time. And guess what? The next time, I'm going to stand on this line yet again.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. What are these people talking about? Poor bastards. But anyway, I was talking to you about a picture I posted.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night, I was driving home from Uncle Vinny's. I went down there and did a guest spot. And somebody texted me with a number that I kind of recognized, but not really. And it was a picture of me. And she goes, thinking about you. Hope you're well. And I'm like... And I didn't look at the picture. I just saw it. And then I called her back and I said, hey, who's this? And she goes, Mary Koch. These were dear, dear friends of mine. in Boulder from 89 on. He was the pastry chef at a famous restaurant called Adicio.
You've talked
And I
about
used
him,
to
yeah.
go, yeah, Joe. Joe's my brother, marries my sister. I love them both. And they did a lot for me, man. When I got out of being locked up, it was Joe who lent me some dough to do roofs. Whenever I needed money to do roofs, I would just go to Joe. Joe, cut me a check. So I did his roof. I took care of him. But he made me a deal when I started comedy. When I started comedy, it was basically Tuesday nights. So he baked Monday nights. He would bake all night till 7 in the morning. And I decided I'm going to write jokes with you all night. So very early on, from 91 till about 93, every Monday night, I didn't sleep. And I didn't do coke either. I would go to the restaurant. I wouldn't want to do coke. He was baking. So I was like, he would give me everything to taste and all the mistakes. Are you fucking kidding me? You know, I got it down, dog. Even then I had it down. That was the purpose. Come in, taste my desserts. Let me know how they are. And just sit there and I drink coffee, drink sodas and shit. But it was a very interesting time when I looked at that picture. Like when I got home, I looked at it. And I got to be honest, I had to take my glasses off and cry for about 3 minutes.
Why? What about it?
I just saw a different Joey Diaz there. You know,
and how I'm, and like, where were you in your life?
I was in Boulder. I had just gotten out of prison like a year before. And I was about to start stand-up comedy. But it was not the guy you're seeing right now. There was a little bit of him, but it wasn't the same person. When I looked at the face, I was like, I remember that dude. That was a different world, man. That was just a different world.
Yeah, I would love to. Guys, if you can pull it up, I'd love to see it.
It's just a sad picture. It's very sad to see who the fuck I was. You look at the picture and you're like, Joey, he looks just like you, whatever. I know. But that look in my eyes was holy shit. That was after the kidnapping plus 10,000 other bad things I did back then. In that mind, nobody gave a fuck. Like, I just did not give a fuck. It's so scary to look at that picture. And I was big, I was healthy, but I really wasn't mentally stable at all. You figure, yeah, I just was not there. I was just about to get separated when I got that picture. I could tell because I had some sun from roofing. That was the white shirt I would wear when I would roof.
And where were you?
Boulder.
No, I didn't know. Like it was like a party. Like I'm. It's amazing to me. Like the one picture had like give you this much of a reaction.
The picture was taken at the restaurant in the back with a shitty camera.
Okay.
Obviously, but it was just. I was just a different person then, and I was weaker. I was very weak. At that time, I applaud myself for doing comedy, but at the same time, I was just waiting for somebody to save me. At that time, I wasn't serious about comedy. I was just doing it to see what would fucking happen, you know?
And now, like, it's sort of like it really fits into like the theme of the new podcast, dude.
Well, I look at that picture and I see the man I was. I see a man that procrastinated a lot. I see a man that made excuses when things didn't go his way. This guy didn't like me. They were older. They've been doing comedy longer than me. You know, like when your friends come to see you and they're like, hey, those guys are way funnier. And you're like, well, you got to remember that guy does this. There was a guy who gave excuses. there was a guy who had more mind fucks, and the mind fucks weren't going to be the mind fucks. Like when I get a mind fuck now from somebody, I have an audition Thursday. I can't say for what. It's pretty big. I had to sign paperwork and shit. But I just avoided everything, Lee. I was tiptoeing through life because I knew deep down inside I was just a fucking sack of shit and a criminal. So it didn't really matter. By that time, my daughter was already born. And that's why I know. Yeah, my daughter was born at that time already. She was about a year old. But if you look at that mind, there was no dad in that fucking mind at all. There was nothing that screams dad out.
And I could be thinking like too far into it, but like you weren't smiling in the picture. Like, do you think? And now you smile all the time. Do you think was that just like a random picture, or you weren't smiling?
No, I didn't smile too much in those days. I just came out of prison. Life had done it to me again. It wasn't me. God forbid I did anything. In that picture, that's what I thought about. God forbid. God forbid. I never took the race card. They threw me in jail because I was Cuban. No. God forbid. They threw me in jail. Just that wording is loser talk. And when I got out, I changed that wording immediately. I knew it had to start with how you thought and your words. They didn't throw you in jail. Nobody just comes to your fucking house and throws you in jail, you know? I lost my job. How do you lose your job? What happened? The quarter fell out of the pot. I mean, what happened? These are all procrastination that we tell ourselves and other people. And the people that you're telling that to, and they don't go, stop. That's wrong. They're the same type of people. They accept that behavior. And that was the mind that I had back then. That's why I had no success at 30 years old. Because I involved my past too much in what I was doing every day, and it had nothing to do with it. Today is Monday. Get the fuck up. Cut your shit. Nobody cares about your story. At the end of the day, nobody cares about your fucking dead mother. You know, that's how I would talk to myself. Because that's the only way to really get into yourself. That no claiming responsibility, you're going to end up where you were 15 years from now. And I've seen it now. Now that I'm 60 and I've lived life, all those people, all those, the guy from the Laugh Factory didn't like me, you know, all the excuse people that who knows what they're doing. That was the biggest change I did then. Never mind stop being a thief and stop doing that. I mean, 3 years after that, I was still burglarizing houses, and I was back here doing comedy, and that was 8 months of just pure crime. So thank God I bet the Jets against Philadelphia. They knocked Randall Cunningham out. Anyway, speaking of Jets, let me do something about DraftKings. I'll be right back after we talk about DraftKings. Say black. Right. I'm back, bitches. Anyway, download the DraftKings sporting app. What is it? The Sportsbook app. And just don't forget about your Uncle Joey. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I saw when I saw that picture, Lee. I got all the answers of why I hadn't done anything with my life. Not only was I a thief, you know, I had warrants, people were looking for me, the police thing, going to prison thing, that locked everything down. So now I had gotten that off my fucking back, you know. So I was free to do stand-up comedy. In those 3 years, I just fucking procrastinated. So you live and you learn, guys. But I'm telling you how it was when I look at that picture. It broke my heart because I don't know that person anymore. No responsibility. Didn't give a fuck about your rent. Didn't give a fuck about your car payment. I had it when I fucking had it. Shut your fucking mouth. Didn't give a fuck about that. I was on probation or parole. And how do I know it? Because I kept snorting coke and I had a daughter in the house. When you don't care about your kid and you're still fucking around, you're in no danger. Anyway, let's talk about something happier.
I got to see Steve Simone this week.
Bro, let's talk about Tampa.
Okay.
You hit a gold medal with Tampa, and I'm very proud of you. The problem that you were doing was, anymore, it's not worth it. I see years ago how they started treating feature acts. Hotel, this and that, I just saw it. When you're a feature, you go out there, but if you're not making money, you're going out there to at least be seen. And yeah, if you're doing 100 tickets a show, you're getting seen. But it's not like a feature could survive. You were working all these clubs up in, what's the really club? The really good club in Providence, I like.
Oh, Comedy Connection.
Yeah, Comedy Connection. Great club. But if I call him tomorrow, he'll tell me the same thing he tells you. Everybody brings a feature act.
Yep.
Everybody brings a feature act. Everybody brings a feature act. Blah, 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 blah. And when they do come, the headline is paying for everything. I got to pay for their hotel. I got to do the whole thing. I don't mind doing that at all. But when you're like when you go in 70% of the clubs, the people who need to see you, they're not there anymore.
Never.
And in fact, let's raise that even higher, because I know there's a lot of comics who watch this show. 90% of the people that are going to book you are not going to be there. If you're not with a big agency or something as a feature, they're going to treat you on the bottom rung. I understand you win because you get to go on stage, and at the long run, it makes you better. But I also want you to think about the investment you're making, the 4-hour flight, like we discussed last week. Tampa, I'm very proud of you because you made the owner get up and talk to you about giving you a week before you left and even giving you a special night on your own that fucking Sunday. Those are the clubs you want to go to, where the owner's there and he's involved. Enough with these corporate clubs, they're not going to see you. The feature people will tell you did great, and we'll talk to the manager, but, No, I'm sorry.
I've gotten to do some... No, I it was really cool, dude. I've heard about Side Splitters forever, and I've been to a lot of cool clubs the last couple of years, and there've been some really cool managers. I'm almost positive, other than I guess the dojo, this is the only club I've been to where the owner is ever there.
Yeah,
and he wasn't just there for like 5 minutes. Like he was running food. Like he wasn't watching. He was out there.
The reason why his club has a great reputation is because he's there.
Yeah. It was really cool. And the comics were great. The staff was awesome. And yeah, it was the first time he just came up to me and we talked, and he rebooked me. And I've gotten to do clubs more than once, but I've never had a booking before I left the weekend. That was really fun.
I'll call on Tuesday. Mitzi, I'll talk to her, and you know what? Thank you, but no thank you. This is another brain dead fucking weekend. I don't get no response. I did that all the time. That's why, look at the early churches. Got to make the call.
Yeah.
Is somebody here this week to book me? No. Okay, next time. Next time, when it's too late, you're going to have somebody there. Now it's going to cost you. Now you get me for $4 bills, $5 bills a week. But the next time my name comes up, you're going to have to pay me, bitch. In fact, I'll just send you a bill. But, these are all the things that you have to look at. Why am I there? Why am I taking a 5-hour flight so the owner had to go somewhere with his kids this weekend?
Right.
That's
true. And that can always happen.
Yeah.
But like this one, I booked this in February. Because I've reached out.
I remember. I was pretty much in shock when you told me. I thought you were a headline. And I was like, oh boy. But no. He ran through the right channels. He featured you, come again, let you headline, and then it starts with a great other feature act, co-headline you. And you grow with the club. These are the clubs you want to go to. That's not going to happen to you in improv. Unless you live in Virginia or you live in Houston and you're an hour away. they could develop you little by little. And then I start headlining, and you headline 4th of July, you headline Thanksgiving, you headline the day before Christmas. You eat 1,000 bullets for them. But after 2 years, people will start coming to your shows because you talk about local spots. And after you do it like twice, you got to make a decision. Because now this club owner is looking at you going, we did everything we could. We've headlined you 4 times, 6 times with the holidays for 2 years. You got to go on your own now. Now you got to graduate to theaters. And a lot of people get comfortable at the home club. And this is where it starts. They start getting cute at the home club where you're building at a home club. When you go to that club next time, the feature, you're going to fucking, not from the stage. We got to figure out a way for you to get people email on the list. So the next time you go to Tampa, all you got to do is click a fucking switch and people come watch you. I'll never forget. I was a full-time feature act. Dave Attell came up to me in Florida and he goes, I think what you're doing is fucking smarter than fuck. I could tell you're building a market down there. I go, yeah, that's what you're doing. As a feature act, you can't build a market everywhere. So if you're working 20 clubs, you got to pick the 10. The 10 that is perfect to launch you. It could be Chattanooga, but you're going to headline there first and people get to see the picture you headlining and blah, blah, blah. So do you understand what's happening, brother?
Oh, yeah. And it's just so cool to see like a club that really cares and like to think about. Because some people message me a couple people like, hey, we had a really good time. I had no idea who you were. And it would be crazy to think of people coming to shows in like 10 years. Like I see that all the time. People put up pictures of you? They've seen you 10 times or whatever it is. Like that's crazy to think about.
Guess what? There's still people that come up there and go, I remember when you came with Rogan. There's a lady who came up to me the other day and she goes, I went to see you in New York with Rogan when you did something about a nun. She goes, I was fucking dying. And that happens. You build a following as a feature act, but later on, when you're really hitting you're featuring when headliners are complaining about you. That's when you know you're doing the right job. When they're saying this motherfucker, and then there's the fucking guys that are gonna go, he talks to the audience, and you just making excuses. Don't book yourself as a headliner. Next time, learn him, watch what he's doing, and work against it. If not, switch with him. And take your bullets as a man. There's no pride here. I'd rather switch, look like a hero, than die and look like a fucking zero because of my pride.
I've never even thought about people switching.
Switch. Doesn't mean a thing to me.
Wow.
We will talk about you.
Right.
But I'm going to congratulate you and let you know that you did great because you made the show better. You didn't fucking look at your ego and go, well, I'm going to, stick around because no, this is what people do. This is what a team player does for a club. When you get a home club, they're also going to call you one day and go, Doug, we're in a bind here. I need a MC. You're not going to go to the bury the fucking feature act. You're going to go to the enhance his act. Like help him out a little bit. And this is the other side of comedy. These are the people that don't run the light. These are the people that respect the other comedians in the room and they're not fucking arrogant. And let's talk about something real important before we close up because I think it's time that people know how I felt about this shit. We had an election in this country and it was, we've been very lopsided as a nation for the last 8 or 9 years. I don't speak about politics because I don't know about politics. I wouldn't bring a politician on the show to ask him his policies or whatever, or the DOJ. I don't know anything about these people. But over and over, I told you on this podcast that I know people, Lee. I know people. Last Monday night, I took my daughter to get pizza at 9:30. I realized my wife was out, and we were just sitting here, and this has really bothered me all week. And we were sitting here, and I go, Mercy, you have no school tomorrow. Let's get the fuck out of here. You hungry? And she goes, you? Yeah, let's go to Osteria and get a pizza and watch Monday Night Football. So it was the night before the election. And there was a couple couples at the bar having a great time. Having a great time. I had gone earlier. After the podcast, I take a ride just to cool off. And I stopped in there, and there was 9 people at the bar. But there was this couple that I remembered. They were having a great time. So I come home thinking I'm done for the night. And Mercy tells me she's hungry, so I bring her back to Osteria to get a pizza. The pizza's fucking sensational there. And as I walk in, they said, "Did you see the ruckus outside?" And I go, "No, there was no ruckus." I walked in with my daughter. "What happened?" They go, "You see that couple at the end?" I go, "Yeah." It was their 4th wedding anniversary. And he was getting drunk and talking about how Trump's going to win. And his wife just said, "Honey, calm down a little bit." Well, the fucking guy held off and started yelling at her that she wanted Kamala. He doesn't even know why she's married to her no more, that she's a fucking puke. And he got up and he left his wife there.
Holy shit.
And she was outside crying, waiting for an Uber or waiting for a friend to pick her up. Listen, man, I don't understand that. I've been banging my head off the wall all week over something like that. And then the reaction I got from people. Like, if you ever watch Led Zeppelin or the Eagles or all these bands I like, they never stop in the middle of a show to make a political fucking statement. The first band I ever see do that was fucking U2, and I never knew U2, and I've never gone back. You're playing music. You know, whatever his fucking name is, U2, Bono. Loved them. I just won't go see him. Because when I went to see him about 15 years ago, it was all politics. My friends, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And the reaction of people and the reaction of friends of mine that I knew in LA, they have their problems, they're fake people. But there was 2 particular women that I've known for over 30 years. They've always been very fucking promiscuous. That's how they got to having a fucking career. And I wish you could have read, and I'm not outing them, I'm not, you know, I wish you should have read what they were writing. After all the dicks you sucked, after the one girl used to take it in the ass from every fucking comic in the Midwest, after all the dicks you took in the ass, now you want to talk about sexual assault victims. And, you know, the hypocrisy is so fucking big now. It's so big. It's like, I don't even know anymore where these people, what happened. And I'm just happy about one thing, that we got the fuck out of there. Because I think that's what was driving me crazy at the end of the day. The fucking hypocrisy and the bullshit. They were just talking. These people don't even know what they say. One of them wrote a thing after Tony Hinchcliffe did that thing that actually won him the presidency. They wrote a thing about just Lee. I'm not going to out her, but if you would have read this, you would have gone, what was the point of this? This is 10 pages. And and I see 3 people who said, you're brave, you know, you're articulate, you're a great writer, but at the end of the day, you just wasted 2 hours of your fucking life writing a blog that nobody gives a fuck about. You're just going to have people going to tell you, yeah, how great you are and how strong you are. What the fuck is wrong with people? You know, it's like, did Trump ever stick a finger in your pussy? No. He fucking grabbed these contestants' pussy on a fucking Miss America. Those chicks love their pussy. I mean, you know, I don't know, but I consider those chicks just as creepy as the comics we came up with. And the actresses that complain about fucking, you know, the fucking dude who used to make them come up to his office and read scripts. My point is,
Weinstein.
We have just, the pandemic didn't do any favors to a lot of people. And I never forgot who the fuck I was, you know? And these people just forgot that they sucked 80 dicks and, you know, they blew every fucking manager in the business. they forgot. Like, and then they're gonna post shit like that, and it drives me crazy. So I'm congratulating Trump. Congratulating J.D. Vance. You know, listen, this is our country and who we are already. January 1, he's coming out the box. He's throwing people out. He's stopping wars. He's, you know, the stock market went up. So the proof is in the fucking pudding. And I didn't want to side anybody or didn't side. And I'm not here to be a political fucking, you know, whatever. If you listen to me, you're fucking retarded more than anything. Because I really don't know what the fuck they're doing. So, hasta la vista.
That's a great endorsement.
Yeah, and after la vista, Zoom. Because hopefully after this, I don't care if we have to sit on the fucking floor next week with a blanket on and do the podcast together. I've had it. I'm coming up early. I'm doing fucking everything that's old. And I got a 2-gram mushroom that looks like my toenail waiting for you.
I was going to say,
we're going to
I don't know which I like worst. The mushroom ones or the shit ones you used to send?
What? No, these are clean, Bobby. Clean, Bobby.
I'm excited to do it in person.
So we got an extra show we added November 20th at the Dojo of Comedy. Hopefully I'll get Paul Verzi and Lee and different fucking people. Tonight it's New York City. I'm adding December 26th at the Vogel Theater, not the Count Basie. I'm doing the little one. Get in at 7:30, get the fuck out of there by 9:30. Go to a bar, bang your girlfriend. You got those little cards, you know, knock yourself out. But those are the dates I added. And I'm doing an open mic November 26th at the American Comedy Company in conjunction with Uncle Vinny's and the Weed Store, NJ Leaf out of Fairview. They're my home base weed store. They're very good to me. And this is going to be a couple of pros. And then we're going to pick out of a hat to get a couple of open micers. And everybody gets to go up together. And you guys could see it's a different open mic for you guys. So hopefully you'll get on this week. If not, we're going to do it once a month. And then they have their own open mic that we're going to be at anyway. So it's time to fucking get out of the house on Tuesday nights. Wash your pussy, smoke some dope, and watch some fucking comedy. American Comedy Hotel, November 26th. I think they got a handful of tickets left. If you want to come. I'm not headlining. I'm doing 20 minutes. Lee, you know, we're going to get Aaron Berg. Hopefully we'll get Vic Cedeno. You know, that's it. This is about the younger generation, not some old, white-haired, pale-looking motherfucker. Love you, motherfucker. Stay black. I want to thank Lee and everybody. I want to thank our sponsors, and I want to thank the people who stuck it out with us. This is fucking real. We're going next week, cocksuckers. So get ready. We got about 6 shows before the holidays, and we're going to try to make your holidays fucking better this year. Stay black. I love you. I love you guys. See you next